from the Bicknell McDonald's on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Honey, it's our favorite time of year, and I got you something to celebrate.
A McRib! It's just what I wanted.
Happy McRib season, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Actually, I was talking to my McRib.
Oh, okay, well, I'll leave you two alone.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's. Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib, only for a limited time and only at McDonald's. At participating McDonald's.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This month, we want you to be able to drive home in the newer pre-owned vehicle that you have been looking at. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with the best finance department in the area. We strive for 100% approval with little or no money down to get you in a reliable vehicle for a payment that you can afford. Don't go anywhere else. Come see us today and put us to the test. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
Back once again here at the Bicknell McDonald's. It is a really, really full house tonight with trunk or treat going on as well as North Knox tonight here for the next half hour or so. Come on in and say hi. Come on in and get some candy from now until 8 o'clock this evening. The fine folks at the Bicknell McDonald's will be doing trunk or treat again. That'll be inside the building. You can do that from now until 8 o'clock this evening. We're talking with head coach Josh Chambers right now. He's trying to get some of his players to talk, and it's not working. But anyway, 55-21, you win it over South Spencer. And a game that kind of was played in 3 parts, and I'm going to go ahead and go over all 3 of those parts. I want to start out, though. You got out to a 21-0 lead early in the second quarter.
Yeah, our goal was to get down there and get started fast. We didn't really want to make that long 2-hour trip and then get off the bus stale. We wanted to be sure we got off the bus ready to play. And I think we did that. I think we scored on our third run. So our third play from scrimmage was about a 65-yard touchdown or so. And that kind of opened it up. And then we kick off, we get a quick stop. And then like our second or third play after that, maybe it's a little more than that, but we have a big play and we throw a touchdown pass. So we were able to be up 14-0. I think we might have been up 21-0 at some point in the ball game. Were. So we opened up the floodgates very quickly. I mean, when we did that, we were able to dictate the pace of the game. So we were able to make that game go at the level we wanted it to go rather than the other way around, which was the whole goal for this. And then, of course, we had a couple defensive flubs in there where we allowed them to complete a big pass, and they were just a lack of communication. This couple blown coverages is what that was. But the good news is every time they scored, we scored on like the very next play. So that was big.
I'm going to go to that here in a second. I wanted to kind of break down the 3 different parts of the game. But the first part, that second touchdown, you mentioned that Reese Hamelman threw the Holtman Dodes. That was our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. With Richter beside him, and after he's come back to throw this time, he's going to look, fires it toward the end zone. Got a man open, caught, touchdown, Warrior touchdown. Holtman Dodds pulls it in. His second pass catch, that one a 27-yarder. And that was a 27-yard touchdown pass to Holtman Dodds. Gave North Knox a 15-0 lead after Dodds was able to make the extra point first touchdown. In fact, they went with a 2-point conversion. That was successful as well. Then Reese Hamelman on an 80-yard run, a one-play drive from scrimmage. You get the ball out at the 20-yard line after a punt in the end zone, and then Reese Hamelman takes off on an 80-yard touchdown run. I believe, Coach, his biggest run of the year.
Yeah, we've had a read series that we've had in for a few weeks now. And I always tell Trey, when we block it right, it's going to be a big play. Because of the 5 or 6 times we'd ran it prior, Trey gets his blocking assignment mixed up every once in a while. And the other night, we had worked on it, and the other night, we did everything right, and they thought that Cole had the ball. Reese pulled the thing right around the corner, and he was able to outrun their safety for a big touchdown. And I really felt like after they had scored, well, they may not have scored yet when we did that.
Right, it was 21-0.
That's right. And so that right there, huge play, huge amount of yards, and it's deflating to a team. When you force them to be 3 and out, they have to punt, and then you take it one play and you go the length of the field.
Well, you deflated them, but then they inflated pretty quickly with a couple of touchdowns on 2 big plays. Almost back-to-back. I mean, 2 minutes apart. A 38-yard pass play for a touchdown to Will Madison, a 42-yarder, one of 2 touchdown catches by Jackson Roth. And that got it within 21-14. And we've talked about that a second ago. You mentioned a couple of blown coverages.
Yeah, it was just a lack of communication in our secondary. Stuff that we've worked on, it's fixed. But sometimes, we haven't had that happen very often. And the other night they caught us twice on misplaying things. The safety was walked too far away from the trips one time, and the other time we were in a cover 4 look, and they were playing it as a different coverage, and the kid just snuck right down the sideline for a touchdown pass. So those are things that obviously in that game we were able to maintain the lead, but we let them score 14 points that they shouldn't have got. But then when they kick off to us the next time, we score immediately.
Yeah, one-play drive. I mean, you come back, Cole Richter on a 66-yard touchdown to get you guys back up 2 scores. And did that make you breathe a sigh of relief a little bit when you saw that big play touchdown?
Well, the thing in that ball game was I didn't want it to turn into a track meet. I didn't want to win a game 50-something to 40-something. What I wanted is for us offensively to continue to exercise the success we had. And realistically speaking, they didn't ever stop us. We stopped ourselves from penalties and holding stuff down on the goal line one time. But that was the only time we had the ball that we didn't score. We had a nice 2-minute drive right before the half. We were running personnel on and off of the field. We were, and I think there might have been 2:20 left when we got the ball.
Yeah.
And we were able to drive the length of the field. We ran it. We threw it. We did everything we needed to there. And then we cashed in on the touchdown with 13 seconds left.
Yeah, you had to be feeling good about the 2-minute drill. I mean, 13.8 seconds left to go on the 3-yard touchdown.
Yeah, and it was great. We felt like we were really just trying to work that 2-minute drill and get that clock down to nothing. And I felt like we were going to score. And we had a timeout left, so we would have been able to get another play in or whatever. So we managed that pretty well. But the big thing there was we were running personnel on and off in the 2-minute drill. I'm on the sideline, and I'm just telling the personnel groupings, all right, let's go. This is what we're doing. We get the no huddle call in. Kids get up there and execute. This time of year stuff that's got to be second nature if you're going to continue to compete and move the ball and do the things that we're doing, and we're doing them pretty well. So that was nice. And then we're feeling pretty good because then we go into halftime, and we've got a big lead. So now they're having to catch their breath. They were able to score 14 points quick, but then we turned around and scored 14 more really, really quick. And so we go into that, and we know that, we have to kick the ball off coming out, and they're going to have it. So they were going to have an extra possession. But then we just kind of move on, and in the second half we scored some points to make it the big score that it was. But at the end of that, we had our young guys in, and they scored another touchdown. But, that was really, the game was already pretty much out of hand at that point. So, we were pretty happy with everything and the way it went, making the drive. 2-hour drive's a whole lot easier after a win.
Yeah, and you look at the rest of the touchdowns, Cole Richter basically takes a 2-inch touchdown run in the third period, the only scoring, in fact, in the third. And then in the fourth quarter, I mean, when you want to kind of seal things up, the guy back here with the big hair right behind you, Holtman Dodes, is able to do it 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah, and we had nice production from everybody. I think we had 3 kids that were over 100 yards last week. Quarterback, wingback, running back. We did a nice job throwing the ball, 60% there. So, again, we continue to be successful in moving the ball, and we have to continue to do that moving forward.
The only downer, and we mentioned this earlier, but the only downer is that the 3 touchdowns you gave up were all 3 big plays via the pass. And is that something maybe that was an emphasis in practice?
Well, I mean, it's always an emphasis in everything. I mean, anytime you make a mistake, right, and we made 3 mistakes on Friday. Anytime you make a mistake, if you're a football coach or whatever, you're going to pull that up and you're going to circle it, and you're going to say, all right, what are we thinking here? What are we doing? And we're going to fix that. And our kids, again, they're kids, and they do a good job every week of coming back. I don't think it's really, I think in this whole football season, if you had to ask me how many blown coverages we've had, it might be less than 5. It just happened that they got us the other night, and there at the end of the game when we had it, it was more of I hate to say an out-of-hand thing, but the game was pretty much already out of hand.
Yeah.
We had a lot of young guys playing, and so sometimes that's going to happen at the speed because they still had their varsity O in.
Right.
So, and that, but again, we got to be sure that we take care of that and fix it, and our kids have done a good job of that.
And then one other thing I think inside the numbers I thought was really good is that Town Spencer got into red zone 3 times and did not score any of them.
No, they did not. They only scored on big plays, and we've been that kind of a team this year. We've had teams that moved the ball some, but we have been very stingy on defense, whether it be, Vincennes, Linton, Sullivan. We've had some teams move the ball. Linton, for instance, had a lot of offensive yards, but we took the ball back from them a bunch of times, and that's something that you look at with seniors, right? Seniors that have been there before help you maintain focus throughout a game, and that's pretty relevant with the red zone efficiency on defense.
And another thing, we mentioned Holtman Dodes trying to get his kicking leg going. I believe he was, 3 for 6, if I'm correct, with that 1 2-point conversion as far as kicking goes.
Yep.
So how is it, and I know he's sitting right behind you, but how have things gone as far as getting him up to speed as far as extra points go?
Again, it's something we work on all the time. They were showing off today and kicking with the 40-mile-an-hour wind about how good they were. But they're doing fine. It's something that's a work in progress, obviously. But I still like where we're at with it, especially compared to last year.
Yeah, I meant to say he was 4 of 7. I meant to say I got to give him credit on that one. He was 4 of 7, in kicking with the 1 2-point conversion that he caught, by the way. So I tell you what, I was just thinking myself now with the touchdowns he's had and with the points he's scored, he's got to be up there this year as far as total points goes.
I would say he's really close in terms. I think he has 15 or 16 touchdowns, along with the 2-point conversions, along with the field goals and the PATs. When it comes to points scored, he's probably fairly high on the list. Got to be number 1 on our team in terms of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, and only a sophomore. I mean, he's still got some room to improve.
Yes, he does.
But I tell you what, that was last week, though. Now you continue on into week 2, and you'll be taking on the Forest Park Rangers coming up tomorrow night as they win 9-0 over Tell City. And a game at 7 o'clock at Warrior Stadium. We'll talk about that game when we return. You're listening to North Knox Tonight, live from the Bicknell McDonald's on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Fresh T-bone steak is $3.99 a pound, and Farmington bratwurst or Italian sausage are 2 for $5. 8-pound bags of roasted potatoes are $2.49, and Folgers Classic Roast Coffee is $5.99 for 270 cups.
Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save-A-Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start January 13th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands toward a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
Honey, it's our favorite time of year, and I got you something to celebrate.
A McRib! It's just what I wanted.
Happy McRib season, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Actually, I was talking to my McRib.
Oh, okay, well, I'll leave you two alone.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's. Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib, only for a limited time and only at McDonald's. At participating McDonald's.
What is a real community bank? According to Webster, real means not artificial, genuine, community, a feeling of fellowship from sharing common goals, and bank, a financial establishment that invests money deposited by customers and makes loans at interest. So a real community bank is a financial establishment that invests money and makes loans for the genuine good of the community. That's First Vincent Savings Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Thank you so much for joining us. The reason I have the power is because I got the microphone. Anyway, thank you for joining us. By the way, I wanted to mention, after tonight, regardless of North Knox, whether they win or lose, we're hoping for a crossover. And what I mean by that is a crossover where North Knox is still playing football. And of course, basketball season starts on Tuesday. The North Knox Lady Warriors start off at home with North Davies. We'll have that game for you on our sister station, 97.7 WAOV. Coming up on Tuesday night, that'll be a 7:30 expected varsity tip-off. Ed Elliott, yours truly, on that one for you coming up on Tuesday night. So we start girls basketball season, and hopefully we'll be still playing football as we continue on into tomorrow night. The Forest Park Rangers will come into Warriors Stadium. 2 years ago, they won 27-14, a game that was tied at halftime, and then they blew it open in the second half of play. But a different year, a different team, and a little bit more, people more into your system, I guess you could say, and a little more experience. And so does that game, though, on 2 years ago kind of, you kind of think about that a little bit as you go into tomorrow night?
No, not at all. They're completely different offense. They're not anywhere close to the same system that they ran 2 years ago. So, and as for us, I would say we're way more diverse than we were 2 years ago. Number one, the core of this team is senior. 2 years ago, the core of the team was probably sophomore. And there's a huge difference in the way things get accomplished amongst two teams like that. Offensive numbers are different. Our production's different. Our ability to spread the ball around is a whole lot different. 2 years ago, we probably didn't have 200 yards throwing. Through the air.
Yeah.
This year, we're going to have over 1,000 most likely, not to mention the 3,200 yards rushing that we have. So this group of kids has done a nice job of spreading the ball out. They do a good job of being physical and getting off of the football. And defensively, it's not even comparable to a couple years ago.
You have a 1,000-yard rusher already in Cole Richter, 1,085 yards. You got a couple of players that are close. Holman Dote's close to 750. You've got Reese Hamelman over 500. You've got Red Sharon close to 500. So you've got all these kids in running, and then you've got Reese Hamelman right now throwing for 915 yards. I can't remember. Maybe 2015, the last time with Jordan Muir and with Christopher Grumman. Why in the world did I get a mind blank on that? Christopher Grumman and Jordan Muir. That may have been the last time that you had a 1,000-yard rusher and passer in the same year.
Yeah, it probably was. I know we haven't had one in my tenure. But the biggest thing for these guys is that they are executing at a high level. They're taking what the other team gives us, right? There's not really any greed on this team. It's just about getting the job done and doing it the best way that we can. And so they're doing that defensively. They understand our scheme. They pay attention to game plan. They understand what the other team's going to run. And we haven't seen any football teams that I would say are more physical than us. we've had some teams that we've played physical games with, but I wouldn't say that I've been like, oh, those guys are just beating us around. Most of the time I would say our size and speed has been an advantage on the season, and you got to give our kids credit for that. They've worked hard in the weight room. They're strong, and they take care of business. And so I've said this all year, and I'll continue to say it. This football team is going to be a tough out no matter who we're playing against. We're going to be hard to beat. You're going to know you've played a game. It's not going to be, I don't feel like we're going to play anybody we play and think, oh, we're just outmanned. So I think that these guys do a great job. I think tomorrow night with Forest Park, they're going to play good defense. They've played good defense, especially the last 3 or 4 weeks with the exception of the Heritage Hills game. They played South Spencer to a 14-7 game in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So we understand what they are and who they are. They've played 2 low-scoring ball games with Kell City, a 9-0 and a 14-0, vice versa there. So we understand what they are. They're going to try and get us into a really low-scoring affair. And our kids just need to be ready to match the tempo and get after them from the opening kickoff.
Here's the thing. I want to go back statistically for a second. I'm afraid, though, I'm going to make Holtman's head about as big as his hair. But you have, like you said, we did a passer with almost 1,000 yards. You have a rusher with over 1,000 yards, and then you've got Holtman Dodes, who all-purpose yardage is also over 1,000 right now.
Yeah, if you add his receiving and his running in, he's got a lot of yards as a football player. He scored a lot of points for us. He's been a big weapon for us to have. And that's with all these kids that are coming in here and being successful. It's because they put into time, they put into work, and then they execute the game plan. And like I told them, tomorrow night, Coach Chambers isn't winning any football games. Tomorrow night, our kids are going to win them. So if we're fortunate enough to win tomorrow night, it's going to be because these guys show up and they take care of business. And I am very excited for them to have that opportunity.
Let's take a, let me go throw a couple more numbers out at the audience. 2 common opponents. You both defeated Tecumseh, shut them out. You won 44-0. Forest Park won 26-0. You mentioned 14-7 that Forest Park defeated South Spencer in the regular season. You guys won 55-21 last week. One more thing, by the way. Looking at the rankings in Indiana, Max Preps has you at 135 and Forest Park at 157. Saccharin, though, you're at 139, 16th in 2A. Forest Park 213 and 37th in 2A. So, it could be very interesting to see, how these numbers play out when you get on the field tomorrow.
Yeah, and the ratings and people like to see that stuff. Us as coaches, we call that fan math. I'm all about our kids' execution. How they prepare for the game. Have I done a good enough job as a coach letting them know what is going to happen throughout the game? So this week we've talked about what I feel like they're going to try to do to us, the kind of game I think Forest Park wants to play. The other thing that I've talked to the kids about, hey, this is the first time that we've played in any kind of different weather this year other than rain. It's going to be cold tomorrow night, so that also plays a factor. Do I think it affects us? No. But it's something as a coach, if you're going to cover all the details, you've got to be detailed about it. So we've talked about it. We understand their scheme and what they're going to try to do. But as with every good football team, they're going to come in there with something new or something different that they think they can attack us with. And my biggest thing as a coach is how are you going to handle the first punch? If they come out swinging and they come out and they've got something and they get some momentum early, how are we going to handle that as a team? So we need to be sure that we are ready for that because I think our kids have been very aware all year long. Even if we've gotten down early, they just continue to battle. They continue to play their game and give themselves a chance to win.
Let's get to the attacks here. What kind of offense are they going to be running?
They're a predominantly run offense. They're a double wing with a tight end, a lot of power, a lot of jet sweep, and downhill dive and trap. Different than us in the fact that we use a lot of linemen in our run game. Our run game, we got guys going all over the place. They're going to be more of a downhill, one pull, one kick, use a wing back to lead power football team. And they will mix in some pass. Quarterback will keep it some, but their fullback, he's about 6'1", 215. So he's a strong kid carrying the ball. So for us, we're just going to have to be sure we tackle well and don't give up anything big. We want to, they want to do the same thing we try to do to people. They're going to want to win the game of possession. So they want to win that time of possession battle. They're going to want to be sure they hold the football and play good defense. So it could be one of those games that whoever scores 20 points is going to win it. It could be one of those games whoever scores 7 points wins it. So for us, we need to be sure that if we are capable of getting out and getting going early, that we change their plan. That's always the biggest thing as a coach, is you try to change the other team's thinking. So, okay, I'm going to come out, we're going to run it 75 times. Okay, well, if they get a 14-point lead and it gets into the third quarter, well, I'm not going to be able to run it anymore. I'm going to have to start throwing it some more. So as a coach, you want to be sure that you're doing something as a team to change the other team's game plan so that they got to go to plan B or plan C. And on the other side of that, we need to be sure that our plan is one that's viable. If it's not, we need to have the adjustments.
So this is going to remind you a lot of the Tell City game last year, possibly?
Could. This could very well be one of those games. And we need to be sure that we are ready for that. And we've talked about it all week with the kids. I think that they are prepared and we're ready to be an attack-style football team. But we also need to understand that the further you get along in these things, the better all the teams are going to be. So this is nothing to look at lightly. We need to be sure that we are ready to play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
And one more thing defensively, what do you expect them to do against you?
I would say they'll do the same thing everybody else does. As many people in the box as they can get and try and keep us from running the football. The thing that we've been able to do, though, we've been able to limit other teams packing it completely because we've thrown the ball pretty well. So by throwing it pretty well, we keep people to where they have to leave DBs on the field.
Will the cold weather, do you think, affect your passing game at all?
You know, we've worked on it this week. I think I'm more worried about wind and water than I am cold. So tomorrow night's supposed to be cold, but it's not supposed to be windy, and there's not supposed to be much water. So I think we'll be okay.
Let's go ahead quickly. Got about 3 minutes left to go. I want to look at the other side of that sectional 40 bracket, and as Linton versus Mater Dei down in the Wrights Bowl. And again, I wanted to mention, and I know you know this, is that if Mater Dei wins, they're coming to Warrior Stadium next week. If you win and Mater Dei wins, if you win and Linton wins next week, you're heading back to Roy Williams Field.
Yeah, we're home no matter what in the section.
I didn't know. Okay.
No, we'll be home no matter what. So, no matter what happens tomorrow night, if the Warriors win, we are at home.
Okay.
Because Linton played at home against North Posey, and they're going to Mater Dei. Mater Dei played at Crawford County, and now they're playing at home.
Okay.
Which means it's even, and we're on the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
We're at home.
I thought that was originally, but I heard somebody say that, so that's kind of why I mentioned it. I'm glad you clarified that, because I thought the same thing.
And if Forest Park were to win, Forest Park's at home.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what happens. If we win tomorrow night, sectional championship goes through Warrior Stadium.
All right. So once again, that'll be at the Wrights Bowl tomorrow night. 9-1 Linton versus 8-2 Mater Dei. The other sectional, by the way, feeding into the regional, you got Providence and Pekin Eastern and Triton Central and Paoli. And I tell you what, the winner of this sectional 40, really does have a really nice shot at getting to the semi-state level.
Yeah, I think that our sectional is one of the strongest in this part of the state. And I think that whoever wins our sectional's got a real good shot of winning our regional. So, for us, we're focused on Forest Park tomorrow. But it is a nice opportunity as a football team to have all this stuff come through our stadium. So we really hope that our kids come out and take care of business tomorrow night, and we give ourselves a chance to compete in a sectional championship.
And so once again, that's 7 o'clock tomorrow night, 6:40 with the pregame show from Warrior Stadium right here on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR.com. Could be a really banner night and a banner tournament for Knox County teams, because Vincent's Lincoln right now playing at Brown County with Edgewood and Princeton on the other side of that. You can make a case for Lincoln possibly being the best team of the four left in sectional 30.
Lincoln lucked out in their sectional. They might have the smoothest 3A sectional in all of Indiana.
Yeah.
In terms of winning it. They were able to sneak one out with Sullivan last week. But, now the rest of the way, I think they are probably the better team in that sectional.
So North Knox Forest Park tomorrow night, as we usually try to end it up when we talk to you. Key to victory, what or who will be the big thing?
For us, it's just continue to play good football. We don't need to turn it over, and we need to play good defense and create turnovers. If we do that, I think we're going to put ourselves in a good place to win the game.
All right, let's get everybody around. Let's do the thing here. See who's holding the mic. Got Hank Williams Jr. holding the mic, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead on the count of three. I want to ask you very quickly, are you going to get to the final next week? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
He brought it up to himself. Wow, that was pretty good. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and the North Knox Warriors taking on the Forest Park Rangers. We'll have it here. By the way, thanks to my in-house security, Terry Stewart, as well. Thanks a lot to our studio producers, Don the Better Half Zimmerman and Erica with 200Ks. Erica Pitcock, thank you for joining us this evening. Have yourself a great evening. See you tomorrow night. Till then, I'm Tom Lee saying so long from the Bicknell McDonald's. This has been North Knox Tonight, live on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
This has been another exciting edition of North Knox Tonight, live from McDonald's on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Join us again this time next week for another edition of North Knox Tonight on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR Bicknell Vincennes, and WUZR.com.
Back once again here as we continue at North Knox's Warrior Stadium, about 9 minutes away from the start of this one. And we had some trouble with the interview we were going to have with head coach Josh Chambers. So, Ed, we're going to go ahead and just kind of fly on into the game plan for victory.
All right, Tom. Well, that's the way the game is going to be tonight. It'll be starting here pretty soon. And when we talk about North Knox tonight, Tom, we saw a couple of things that North Knox had some difficulty last week in some kind of unconventional plays. We saw South Spencer used an unbalanced line for a period of time, had some success with that. So we may even see that again tonight. The other part, North Knox had difficulty with the pass coverage. And I think, Tom, tonight, they cannot afford to have the kind of lapses in pass coverage that they had last week at South Spencer, because this Forest Park team, record 6-4, they've played a pretty tough schedule, and they're a better team than their record shows. So a good game plan is about preparation. Help your loved ones be prepared now with a pre-need funeral plan from Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Homes with locations in Vincennes and Bicknell.
And let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game, presented by Save-A-Lot. Start saving up to 40% on your food bill at Save-A-Lot, 15th and Willow in Vincennes. I didn't get a chance to get to the offensive line for Forest Park because they got here late and they really didn't do their usual runs from scrimmage, so we didn't get that. But we do know who they're going to be playing at the skill spots tonight. Corey Ubelar is the quarterback. He is 6'3", 210 and a senior. Also, playing a wide receiver will be Clay Eckert. He is 5'7", 130 and a freshman. He'll see some time. Also, you'll see Cole Moore. It's 5'7" and a senior, 145 in the poundage there. Also, you see some of Jarrett Shipp. He is 6'2", 160, and he is a senior. Running backs, you'll see Drew Day do some of that. He's 5'8", 205 and a senior. In fact, Coach Josh Chambers talked about him on Thursday night as being one of their big weapons. And also Jake Begel, he is 6'2", 6 foot, make that 205 and a junior. So again, those will be the skill position players for the Forest Park Rangers. For North Knox, by the way, the head coach Ross Fuse for Forest Park. North Knox will go like this. They will go with the quarterback, Reese Hamelman. He is 6 foot, 170 and a senior, and Ed, he is within an eyelash right now of a 1,000-yard passing season.
Yeah, I think he's done really an outstanding job. I think as the season has progressed, he has really matured in that, as a signal caller for this Warrior team.
And he's at 53% percentage completion, 61 of 114 for 915, average of 15 yards per pass and a quarterback rating of 91.1. North Knox will start in the backfield. Cole Richter. Cole Richter is 5'7" and a senior at 150 pounds. He's run for over 1,000 yards this year, and that's even with being injured a couple of games.
Yeah, I think he's the heart and soul of the offense for North Knox, and he'll need to have a a good game tonight.
And Zach Boyles, by the way, is fullback, 5'7", 170. He's become a pretty good receiver in recent weeks. Make that wingback of Holtman Dode, 6 foot 145 and a junior, over 1,000 yards in all-purpose yardage for the year. The tight ends will be Troy Nolan, 6'1", 190 and a senior, and also Matt Urbane at 6 foot 160 and a senior. The offensive line, Trey Keller at center, 6 foot 240 and a senior. This is all a senior group of linemen. Jackson Stroud, 6 foot 215 and a senior at guard. The other guard position, Ben Burke, 5'11", 250 and a senior in the tackles. Ethan Haig, 6'2", 225 and a senior. And Big Trevor Carre at 6'3", 310 and a senior. Josh Chambers, the head coach of the North Knox Warriors.
Tom, I think this is a time where experience is going to be of great benefit. North Knox has kids that have had a lot of experience playing, and they know that they've got to play their best to get the opportunity to get into the next week in the sectional.
I don't get a chance to talk a whole lot about the defense, but the tackle leaders this year, Troy Nolan with 84 tackles. He's had 15 for loss. Dylan Wolf, 62 tackles, 14 for loss. And Bo Nolan with 14 tackles for loss. He's made 68 tackles. He also has, I believe, 9 sacks on the season.
Yeah, North Knox has shown that they are strong, Tom, at the line, and they have been able to make plays time and time again that we've seen both the offensive and the defensive line. And they're going to need to make those plays. Looking at the warm-up, too, that I think this Forest Park team reminds me a lot of Vincennes Lincoln. They've got a quarterback with a good arm, can throw the ball accurately. They've got some decent running backs. They'll probably try to take advantage of North Knox and get outside. I doubt that they'll try to just pound the ball right up the middle like other teams have tried without success.
We'll be back with the kickoff of this one in 2 minutes. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here. 105.7 The Ride, WUZR.com.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Fresh T-bone steak is $3.99 a pound, and Farmington bratwurst or Italian sausage are 2 for $5. 8-pound bags of roasted potatoes are $2.49, and Folgers Classic Roast Coffee is $5.99 for 270 cups.
Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save-A-Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
Irrigation is not one size fits all. Turn to the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer, for the customized irrigation solution you need to improve your yields and increase your profits. With various pipe choices, sizes, and span lengths at their disposal, Ileana Irrigation can design, install, and service a durable Reinke pivot to fit any field and any budget. Call Ileana Irrigation today to learn how a customized Reinke irrigation system can benefit your farming operation. Reinke, more right than rain, and Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts. You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start January 13th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands toward a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
They're gonna.
Back once again here at Warriors Stadium, the North Knox Warriors will receive the football, Ed Elliott, so they'll get their hands on the football first.
Yeah, they're gonna have the opportunity to be on offense and kind of start out and set the tone of the game, and I think that's that has worked pretty well for him the last couple of weeks.
Finally, we wanted to mention tonight's game presented as well by Rex's Body Shop, continuing their legacy of excellent service, 2710 North 2nd in Vincennes. Alliance Tractor, call now to schedule your annual service on your lawn tractors and utility vehicles. It's just south of Vincennes on Highway 41. And my New Wave Communications, for a limited time, get high-speed internet for $45 a month for 3 months and free installation. And we're about set to kick this one off.
We are, Tom, and it's time for the kickoff. And the kickoff of the game tonight is brought to you by Ivy Tech, with campuses in Terre Haute, Princeton, and Evansville. The next set of classes start October 28th. They started 3 days ago, Tom. But go online to ivytech.edu for more information. And now, with all the play-by-play of tonight's game, here's the voice of the Warriors, Tom Lee.
And thank you very much, Ed Elliott. Good evening, everyone. The kickoff going to be made by Drew Day of Forest Park, one player way back for the North Knox Warriors, and that is Holtman Dodes.
North Knox has had a little bit of trouble with the kickoffs last week. They lost an onside kick, so we'll see what Forest Park does to start the game.
And they're going to kick it right down the middle of the field. It's going to be a bouncer picked up about the 25 to the 30, 35 to the 40, and he'll go down about to 43. So a nice return that time by the up man for the North Knox Warriors. That's Trey Keller.
Yeah, he did a good job. He got that ball and knew right where he wanted to go with it, and gave one stiff arm and then got about 5-6 extra yards.
I tell you what, he got a really good bounce, too. Yeah. That's what happened. He got it about head high. He was able to bring it back nicely back to the 42, and the Warriors will have it there 1st and 10. So North Knox will start off with the football. I think they want to get to a really fast start. We'll see if they can do it here tonight.
Well, you can see a 6 front is what defensively is what Forest Park is using against North Knox.
And Reese Hamelman back into about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And a handoff to Richter. He's going to go forward. He's going to get hit and brought down after about a 2-yard gain. He got up to the 45. So, Ed, every time we've seen them play, that is the first play they have used. They've used that same play every time out.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they're going to do tonight. They'll have to come up with some things. Like I say, they're playing Forest Park. Looks like they're in a 6-3.
So a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Man in motion, Holtman Dodes, and he's going to hand off the middle. Richter, cold crossbuck play. He'll go forward, pass to 45 to about the 47. So he picks up about 2 on that one. It'll be 3rd down. So, Ed, we've seen this every time where North Knox has always started out going straight up the middle. They've kind of varied off of that, but they always want to establish that middle and then work off of it.
Well, I think that's just their style of play, to try to put pressure on the defense right away.
Gain of about 4 on that one. It'll be 3rd down and about 5. Reese Hamelman at quarterback, 3rd down, about 5. Man in motion, Holtman. Back to throw, Reese. He's going to push down to the other player, and Reese is going to try to run. He does. He's going to get hit and brought down about to 41, so he lost about 5 on that one. The Warriors will kick it away.
Yeah, not a very good series right there. Just taking a little bit too long. You can see, Tom, that Forest Park, they got some good penetration. Their left guard, defensive guard, looks like he's at about 260, 280, I think he is. So pretty good sized player.
So lost about 6. Troy Dolan will kick it away. He's been averaging about 40 yards a kick this year. 1 man back, actually 2 make that back for Forest Park. So the Rangers get stopped on that one. The Warriors bringing somebody in quickly.
Well,
Red Sharon.
Didn't have enough players.
So about 3 seconds to kick it. That's going to be a low snap. He got away. A beautiful boot. Beautiful boot. It's going to go out of bounds. And let's see where it's going to be.
25 or so, I think.
We'll find out where they put. They're going to bring it back up. We'll see. And they're going to mark it down at the 14, I believe. So they'll go back to the 14-yard line, I believe. We'll see if he's moving up. Now he's coming up.
Yeah, that's what I say. I think it's going to be about the 20.
About the 19, line. Yep, 19-yard line. So a nice kick by Troy Nolan.
I think the nose is
at
on
the 20. Yep, that's where he put it, right on the 20-yard line. Looked like he stopped at the 19. 1st and 10 now. And actually, the quarterback is going to be Cooper Ubelor. He's a sophomore at 6 foot. So that's what we mentioned. Cooper Ubelor, the quarterback. 1 back behind him. Line of motion coming across. He's going to hand it off up the middle. That's not going to happen that time. He tried to go right up the right side, and the left side of the North Knox Warrior line was just waiting. So he tried to hand it off in the middle that time, I believe.
Drew Day, number 44.
Drew Day, number 44. He's going to be their feature back, and he pushed forward for about a yard, but no more than that. Second down. Tried to open a hole that time on their right side. North Knox's left was ready. Second down and 9. Cole Ubalor coming to the line of scrimmage. Drew Day, the one back behind him. They've got wide receivers very tight, though. 4 of them split out each side. They're going to hand it outside. Now they're going to give it off, and it's not going to happen.
Number 45.
Yep, they gave a fullback that time to Jake Bagel, and boy, he got knocked down for a loss, I think. If they're going to lose yardage, you're going to lose it back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10, so loss of 1. 9:32 left to go. Both teams slow starting in this one. Again, a tight formation. Now they're going to spread it out a little bit. They got a wide receiver way out right. That's going to be Jared Shipp out to the right. And a whistle.
Looks like timeout. Timeout, Forest Park.
So the Rangers are going to talk it over very early here in the first quarter of play. 9:14 left to go in the first period. No score. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR, Bicknell, Vincennes, and WUZR.com.
John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, and I wanted to let you in on a little secret. We are starting our Black Friday sales event early this year. Enjoy huge savings on the most popular Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Fiat products. We don't consider this month November. Here at Yoakum's, we are saying yes-Vember. Come see us for all your automotive needs this shopping season, and let us tell you yes for the best deals of the year. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with a yes. Hurry down today at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
So the Rangers come back out after a very early timeout. It's going to be third down and 10. And a couple of scores for you. The other game going on the other side of this, Linton versus Mater Dei. That game will start at the Wrights Bowl, I believe, in about a half an hour, maybe a little more. Winner of that one will play the winner of this one. Third down and 10. For Cooper, Ubalor, Day, and the rest of the Forest Park Rangers. Again, a tight formation this time.
It's a big play early in the game for Forest Park.
With the lone receiver out now in motion, you're going to hand it off up the middle. Now he's going to throw it. He's going to throw it long downfield. North Knox with coverage, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man.
That ball was right in the hands of his receiver, Jared Shipp, that time. It got knocked away.
That was close. That was a good throw, too. I mean, he was...
Great play by Zach Boyles.
Yeah, he threw that ball about 35 yards in the air.
Great play by Zach Boyles. He had really good coverage, but the ball was there, but nice play to knock it away. So now the kick going to be coming from Day. He'll move back to about his own 6-yard line to punt it. Wind is actually still now. There's not much wind at all. There was some earlier. Here's the kick. He's going to step up. Not a very good one. That's a line driver.
It's going to roll, though.
It's going to roll down to about to 39 and picked up at the 40, 45, 50 into Forest Park territory down at the 46. Nice play by Holtman Dodds again on the tackle for Forest Park. That time it was Ethan Hosfurther.
Yeah, it looks like about the 47, Tom.
So the Warriors going to get it in Forest Park territory, 1st and 10. No score. North Knox right now won the field position battle as that was not a great punt. Got a roll, but it wasn't a real good punt. Nice return by Holtman Dodds. So here's quarterback Reese Hamelman. Here's the ball to Reese. He'll get the snap. He's going to hand it off of the middle. Richter now will take it outside. Richter is down to the 47-yard line. He got about 1 or 2, and that's it. Second down. Got dragged down that time. He came off of the right side. Nice pursuit by Forest Park. He got a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Well, you can see with the type of defense they're playing with 6 front and 3 linebackers, that those linebackers are up there really close. And it looks like they're almost lining up, Tom, in the gaps of the linemen. So that puts it makes it difficult to get to that linebacker.
Man in motion, Holtman Dodds coming across left. He's going to roll out his Hamelman. Reese going to get away from one man. He's going to try to get away from the second, and he's not going to do it. He got knocked down for a loss of 2. So a 2-yard loss that time. Actually, he got back to the original line. It looks like now they're going to move it back.
Yeah,
he lost about 3 yards. They're down at 11. So third down actually called 12, so a loss of 3 or 4 yards to the Warriors. Right now, Forest Park in the games against Tell City did not give up a whole lot of points.
Well, this is where North Knox is kind of forced into a passing situation, and you just wonder whether they will try that or not.
And here's a whistle, and they may have got a delay of game on top of it.
Timeout, North Knox.
So the Warriors did get a timeout. They were running very short on that clock. So the Warriors call a timeout. No score. 7:27 left to go in period number 1. We're back after this 30-second break. This is North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
Time now for a scoreboard update presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. A reminder, you can score big on your next car purchase at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. The other half of this sectional 2A setup, Linton and Mater Dei. Class A tonight, North Central at Perry Central and North Davies at West Washington. Third down and 12 now for the Warriors. Here's Reese Hamelman. Reese back to throw, play action fake. He's going to look right, throws it downfield, and it is incomplete. Threw it behind his intended receiver that time. He's looking for Holtman Dodds about the 40-yard line, and the Warriors now will punt it away.
Yeah, that was a pass. Just a little bit of, it looked like there was a communication question there. Hamelman rolling to the right, and Dodds moving to the left, and it was just too difficult to pass. Good coverage by Forest Park, too.
For Troy Nolan, going to try to pin him back in their own territory. North Knox lost him at 2 yards on that exchange. Nolan with a high snap. He's going to kick it away now. Got a great kick again.
Yeah,
that one's going to bounce down, and it's going to go out of bounds, out about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, what a kick.
So Troy Nolan is doing a great job of pinning Forest Park back. Now let's see if the Warriors defense can continue the move.
Well, we saw them be successful in that first series, but can they sustain that?
We'll have to find out again. Another picture-perfect sunset here tonight at Warrior Stadium.
I think it's a sundown.
Or sunset. I thought I said sunset.
Yeah, you did, but I'm just saying.
Okay, well.
Where's the sun?
Well, twilight.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right, twilight. Let's just say that. All right. 1st and 10 at the 8-yard line for Forest Park. They're backed up. Let's see what they do here. Cody Ubelor under center. Behind to his day. Man in motion coming across Bagel. He's going to go into Day, and he's actually going to get outside to the 10-yard line. He'll go down about there, so a gain of about 2 and no more than that. Second down. So right now the defenses are dominating this game on both sides. Gain of 2, second down and 8.
I'm not sure it's such a dominant defense, Tom, as it is the offense just not doing a very good job.
So second down and 8, 6:45 and counting left to go in the first period of play. No score.
The offense just seems on both teams unable to kind of get in rhythm.
So second down and 8 now for Ubelor under center this time. Ubelor
got a pro set this time.
Man in motion coming across Bagel. He's going to hand it off Day, and he's going to get hit and brought down right near the original line of scrimmage. He lost maybe a yard of that 2 that he had gained. Third down. So waiting for either team to break through, and that one pass play that Ubelor had looked like it was pretty good, but North Knox able to get back and break it up, and they had good coverage.
Well, this is one where North Knox could, if they could put a stun on this time and put pressure, because I think you're going to find Ubelor's likely going to go for another pass out here to number 82.
At the 10, third down. Here's Ubelor back to throw. He's going to take a couple of steps. He's going to go in the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. And a punt coming up again now for the Forest Park Rangers. Ball was kind of a little bit low, but Holtman Dodds was in good position, and he had kind of a slight chance of intercepting that.
Yeah, they did, Tom. They were going to throw it out there to Jared Shipp, number 82. He was split out, and this time he split again. I can't believe they would fake this, but you've got to be ready.
Day a punt from the end zone. Last one, it kind of rolled. North Knox got a good return. Here's Day. He's going to get the football. He'll kick it away.
Oh, man.
That one almost blocked. It's going to go out of bounds, it looks like, about the 47-yard line.
Yeah.
So the Warriors will get it right back about where they had it.
Yeah.
37-yard kick.
It didn't change very much, but I thought he took a little extra time. He took an extra step, Tom, with that punt, and I thought he was going to have a good chance of that being blocked.
Well, Warriors got a chance at it, but it did come down.
Yeah.
At the 47 of Forest Park. Actually, 46 of Forest Park. So first and 10 right there. Neither team has been able to solve the other's defense yet. Now it's North Knox's turn.
Here's where I think I'd consider coming out and doing something outside, either a pitch or.
Here's Reese. We'll see what Hamelman does here. Hamelman going to hand it off up the middle. Richter, he's got some humor this time. 40-yard line, 35, first down. He's going to go to the 30. He'll go down to the 26. Big run to time of Cole Richter, and I think Forest Park was expecting that, and North Knox crossed him up.
Yeah, that was really a nice run that time.
I think they were expecting something outside. North Knox crossed him up. Nice trap play that time. You wanted a quick hitter, and you got one.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that North Knox moving the ball pretty quick. Just to try to get through the line, I think they can be successful.
After the 27 right now, first and 10 Warriors. Here's Reese. Hamelman hands it off. Cole Richter again, this time to the 25. He'll go forward, progress to the 20. Actually make it to the 24. Give him a gain of about 3, second down. So second down, about 7. So again, Ed, North Knox, have we seen this all year long? The Warriors have a tendency to start slow, but once they get their footing underneath them, they really get better as the game goes on.
Well, I think this series is important, this possession, and how whether they're able to move the ball. They did one time, but they haven't had much success other than that one.
They gave him the 25, second down and 8, so a gain of 2. Here's Reese Hamelman. Reese going to keep it himself up the middle, got some yardage. He's going to go forward to the 20-yard line. He's about 2 yards short of the first down. It'll be third down right there. So the Warriors at the 20 in the red zone for the first time. So at the 20-yard line, it's going to be third down and 2. Definite 4-down territory for the Warriors with 4:16 left in the first period and no score. Third down and just over 2. Reese Hamelman at the 20 in the red zone for the first time. Reese, man in motion, Dodes. And a whistle. It looked like offside possibly. Yep.
Yeah,
possible offside on Forest Park. That was Holtman Dodes causing that, Ed. They were expecting to get the football, and he didn't, and they went early.
Yeah, and I think he changed his pace in his motion, Tom. Right as he passed by the quarterback, he picked up speed just a little bit, and it threw off the defensive lineman.
And we've seen that several times this year, too.
Yeah, we have. That's just a smart play.
At the 15, Warriors have it first and 10. At the Forest Park 15, trying to score first in this game. It's been a defensive slugfest so far. Reese Hamelman. At the 15, Reese. Going to hand it outside. Going to go to Richter. Cole gets away from one man. He didn't get away from the second. He went down about the 18.
Tom, they had 7 linemen up there that time. They are going to stop North Knox's run, and you can see that's where North Knox has got to be. Some play action pass here. We're going to see some good action out of that if we're able to do it.
So loss of 3, second down and 13. The ball sitting up at the 17. No score with 3:09 left to go in the first quarter. Here's Reese Hamelman. Second down and 13.
They're doing the same thing.
Reese.
7 linemen.
Back to throw. Play action fake. He looks toward the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Lack of communication somewhere. There was nobody in the vicinity of the ball.
Looks like Holtman Dodes may have been the intended receiver down the middle of the field. It'll be third down. So 3rd and 13 for the Warriors.
I think, Tom, this is they need to just work something short, not try to get more than 5 to 10 yards, and that'll loosen up. That'll pull those people off the line.
Clock stopped at 2:52 left to go in the first quarter. The game has been played pretty much on North Knox's side of things. At the 17. Third down for the Warriors. Man in motion coming across Blake Long. He'll set up on the right. Split backfield for the Warriors. Actually split out receivers. Back to throw Reese. He's going to get away from one man. He'll throw it downfield. Little wobbler, and it's going to fall incomplete. He was being pressured that time. He tried to throw the ball, it looks like to Troy Noland, and it came up nowhere near him. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, just a little too far. It's too much time. Yeah, Forest Park's doing a nice job, Tom, with all the linemen they have up there. They're getting across and putting pressure in the backfield, and North Knox just doesn't have time to go that longer pass down the field.
So fourth down, we'll see what they come up with here.
Well, this is you almost force yourself into a pass situation, but regardless, North Knox, they're still going to end up in good position.
Hamelman on fourth down, back to throw, spin move right, throws it downfield, caught by Nolan. Troy going to get to the 15, he's going to get to the 10, 5, to the 3, first down. Did he get into the end zone? He's very close.
Yeah,
He'll down him at the 1 yard line. That was Troy Nolan doing a great job, Ed, of getting toward the goal line. First and goal, Warriors.
Yeah, about a 17-yard run or after
Pass.
the catch.
Yeah. Good runs after catch. Boy, I tell you what, he was, they had a couple of shots at him, but they couldn't get him. He got all the way down to the 1. Warriors have got a good chance to take the lead here.
Well, you see, Tom, in a way, it gives the runner a chance. They throw that shorter pass. Pass was only about 6-7 yards.
Actually at the 2, first and goal Warriors at the 2 yard line. Here's Reese. Hamelman gives it off inside to Holtman. Notes touchdown! Warrior touchdown! That was a delayed handoff to Holtman Dodds that time, Ed, and he took it untouched right into the end zone from 2 yards out.
Nice job, Tom. Just 2 big plays right there, and North Knox is on the scoreboard.
So the Warriors up 6-0 now over Forest Park as they score with 2:12 left to go in the opening period. They're going to go for 1. Holtman Dodds will try to get it. He got the touchdown. That's a ground ball.
Snap.
Kick is up, though, and the kick looks good. It is not.
No.
It is left wide to the right.
It was a bad snap, Tom, and there was nothing the holder could do to get the ball in place in time.
So the Warriors lead at 6-0, Ed, as they will kick it off with 2:12 left to go in the first quarter of play. But, Ed, that was a really nice play. 2 really good plays, one by Cole Richter and one by Troy Noland, set up that touchdown.
Yeah, the 19-yard run by Richter was the key that gave North Knox the field position to really get in place where one play could put them down there at the goal line. That's what they did.
Well, that's what field position did as well, Ed, because North Knox won kind of the battle of field position, and it put them in place where they could get in. And again, even a better twilight than we saw earlier. All the colors in the sky. A gorgeous night here at North Knox.
That's those rose-colored glasses you're wearing.
Oh, thank you. I was wondering what you were going to say. Here's the kick. It's going to go right down the middle of the field. We pick up him at the 25-yard line. He's going to stop there down 30. 35 outside Jubilee, 40 to the 45, and he'll go out of bounds in North Knox territory at the 48. So again, a nice run back that time by Corey Jubilee. And so the Forest Park Rangers started North Knox territory at the 48-yard line, and Ed, we've said it all year long. It's been kind of an Achilles heel for the Warriors.
Well, it's one of those situations where the coverage on those kicks can be so important to get down there as quick as you can so the ball carrier can't pick up a head of steam.
So now it will be Cooper Jubilee at quarterback. Again, a tight formation up to 48. Jubilee under center. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Day. That time, Day pushing forward. Got some yardage. Got him a 5 on that one. That's the best game that Forest Park has had. Second down. So it looks like that special play gave him a little bit of momentum that time. He gave him a gain of about 6. Second down and 4. Ball to 42. Warriors up 6-0. Day back once again. And wide receiver split out, especially right. Here's Jubilee under center this time. He's going to hand it off. Day again. Not that time. Bo Nolan got right there and got him right at the line of scrimmage. Third down. Boy, Bo Nolan came right off of that and hit him almost like the only thing I can say is like a tiger attacking a zebra. I mean, he came right on top of him that time. Third down at about 2.
And you're listening to National Geographic.
Got to get to the 38 at the 40, third down at 2. So he did gain another yard or so. Here's Ubelor. Cooper Ubelor, man in motion. He's going to hand it off Day. Day spins outside. He's going to try to get the first down, and it looks like he got it, depending on where he went out of bounds. It is going to be, from where they said it, it looks like he got the first down marker. We'll find out.
We'll see. Yes, he did.
So first down for Forest Park, their first down of the game. And they've got the football sitting up now at the 37 of North Knox. So 1st and 10 right there. 15.5 seconds left to go first quarter. Warriors lead at 6-0. Cooper Ubelor under center. 1st down and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Warriors. Cooper Ubelor, man in motion. He's going to get it outside. And they're going to string him out, and they're going to bring him down right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a 1-yard gain, not much more than that. That was Ethan Haig. Give him a gain of half a yard, 2nd down. Actually, no, they give him a gain of about maybe a full yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm going to give you the half again. It looks like it's a gain of a 1.5.
All right, I'll give him 2 then.
2nd down. All right, call it 2nd down, a long 8. Ball sitting up on the left hash mark, about the 37-yard line. And that'll be the end of the first period of play. North Knox gets on the board. They're the only ones that did. After 1 period of play, they lead 6-0. We're back with the second quarter of play after this 1-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Alliance Tractor Ready to Mow service reduces mower maintenance to its simplest form. There's no more loading your mower, no more hauling it in. Alliance Tractor's professional technicians bring convenient maintenance to your doorstep. Your walk behind or riding lawn equipment will start easier, last longer, and run more safely. All work is done inside the specially equipped truck. Call today to schedule your appointment. Alliance Tractor, 812-882-5750. Alliance Tractor, just south of Vincennes on Highway 41.
And Ubelor going to hand it off Day. He spins around. He gets it to the 30-yard line. He'll go down there. He picked up about 7. So it'll be 3rd and short.
That was Day.
Yeah. So that'll be 3rd and short. Day just took it straight up the middle that time.
Okay. Now, what were you asking?
Yeah, the touchdown, the first one, 2:12 left to go in the first quarter of play. So 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. For the North Knox Warriors took a 6-0 lead. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 2, ball to 30. 4-down territory here. They hand it off Day up the middle, plugs away, and he's going to be, he may push his way forward for the first down. We'll find out where they set it.
Yeah, I think he did, Tom. It looks like it.
So we'll see where they put it down, and it looks like it is going to be a first down. So second first down for the Forest Park Rangers. They continue to methodically plod their way down the field. They're at the 28.
They're almost taking a page out of the North Knox playbook.
Yeah, really they are. I mean, you can see a lot of that. 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for Forest Park. They're down 6-0. Under center now goes Ubelor. Man in motion coming across Bagel. He's going to throw it outside now. It's going to be Day. He's going to get hit and brought down about the 20-yard line. So he got another good gain that time. He picked up about 7 there. So it started to get Day going a little bit. North Knox having trouble bringing him down. It'll be 2nd down and short, about 2nd and about 3. So just outside the red zone, North Knox got in there once and scored. So the Warriors scored their only time in the red zone. We'll see what Forest Park can do now on 2nd down and 3. Cooper Ubelor under center. Day the lone back behind him. Man in motion. He's going to hand it outside to Bagel. He's going to get hit that time. He's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. So didn't get anything that time. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. So no gain that time. 3rd down and 3. Troy Nolan with the tackle. So 3rd down and about 3 for the Forest Park Rangers. Again, 4-down territory. Last time they were able to get the first down barely on third. We'll see what they do now with 3rd down and 3. Day has been their work force back. We'll see if they go to him again. 3rd down. Going to hand it off to Day up the middle. Not that time. He's going to get hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That was kind of a macho play that time, and the Warriors stood up tall. 4th down and 2. Ben Burke, Matter Bay made the tackle. He got back maybe about a 6-inch gain. That was about it. It'd be 4th down and 2. 9:20 left to go in the half. Warriors with a big play here on 4th and 2. Crowd starts to get into it. You can hear them below us.
Well, they're going to try to draw North Knox off sides, too, I would say.
Day behind him, Cooper Ubalor on 4th down. And in motion, coming across. He's going to pitch it outside Day. And Day going to get hit, and he's going to be very short, very close.
It looks like it may be a bit short, but I think
we'll find out where the spot. We'll figure out where the spot's going to be.
They're
looks like they're going to measure. Yep.
Yeah, Tom.
Big measurement right here.
You can see Forest Park also, Tom, is using that unbalanced line. We saw South.
First down, Warriors. They hold. So the Warriors hold, Ed. So on 4th down, Day comes up about 6 inches short, and the Warriors take it over in their own territory. But they stopped Forest Park when it counted. And they've got the football now at their own 15, 16-yard line.
Yeah, this is the worst field position North Knox has had for the game.
Well, they're going to have to come out of it. They've had some trouble. They've had 2 good plays that got them to the end zone. And we'll see what they do here.
Still in the 6-3 defense, Tom. They're playing people right up at the line of scrimmage.
Right hash mark. It's going to go up the middle. Cross-buck play. They're going to get some yardage out of it up to the 25, to the 26. They went to King Cole Richter, and he is able to get about 7 or 8 that time. We'll see where they put it down. We'll give him a gain of, I'm going to give him a gain of 7, maybe 8. It's going to be 3rd down and 2nd down. They got 2nd and about 3. So that's about a 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3. So Reese Hamilton, 2nd down and 3.
8.
And in motion, Hamilton. He's going to hand it off inside. It's going to be Dodes. Holman, 1st down and more. 30-yard line up to the 31. So Holman Dodes using that speed that time, Ed, for North Knox's 4th first down. Ball sitting up at the 32. So they punched themselves out of that field position, Ed. Now let's see if they can continue to sustain that drive. 8:13 left to go. 8:14 make that in the first half. North Knox leading at 6-0.
Changing defenses a bit on North Knox.
Yep. All 11 players in the box, too. Here's Reese. Hamilton, hand up the middle. He's going to be tripped up and taken down about the 35-yard line, so a gain of about 2.
They're just daring North Knox to throw it, Tom.
Cole Richter actually didn't even get that far. He got up to the 34, so a gain of about 1. 2nd down and 9.
Well, they had 3 linemen and 5 linebackers. So they're just trying to mix things up, give a different look for North Knox, and make it harder to block.
So Reese Hamilton in there. Looks like Rhett Sharon also in there. Again, a tight formation.
The forefront with 5 linebackers.
So a tight formation. Here's Reese, 2nd down. To hand it off outside. They're going to try to go to Holman Dodes. Dodes going to go forward. He's going to get hit and brought down past the 35. Down about the 37. Got him a 3 on that one. It'll be 3rd down and about 6. So he got gain of about 3, 3rd down and 6. He got to get to about the 44. So to 38. Actually, the ball's sitting up right now, right at the 37-yard line, excuse me. So it'll be 3rd down and about, as we mentioned, about 6, maybe 7. Reese Hamilton, 3rd down. Here's Reese, hands it off outside Richter. Cole up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more. 45-yard line into Forest Park territory at the 46. So Ed, the North Knox Warriors continue to make the runs, but they're making the runs that count. 1st down.
17-yard run, Tom, when they needed it.
It seems like that's what they're doing, Ed. When they need the big run, they're getting one. You see 1, 2, 1, 2, and then all of a sudden about 15.
That was a little bit of a misdirection play, Tom. They looked like they were going to run it to the left and came back to the right.
46-yard line of Forest Park. 1st and 10. Handoff Richter. Cole up the middle. Going to push his way forward. He's going to get hit and brought down after about a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and about 7. We'll see where they put it down. Yep, it'll be a 3-yard gain. 2nd down about 7, maybe 8. You may even want to say that. Ball 44. 5:53 and counting left to go in the first half, and the Warriors lead at 6-0. As we kind of expected out of these two teams, they had a very, very quickly moving game.
It is. Well, both the teams are running the ball predominantly.
2nd down and 7. Warriors up 6-0 in Forest Park territory. And off inside Dodes. Holtman going to push his way forward. He's going to get hit and brought down near the first down marker at the 38. We'll see if he got it.
I think he's going to be just about a yard short, Tom.
So it'll be 3rd down from there. They'll put the ball down at the 37-yard line, and you're right. He's a yard short. 3rd down. 3rd and 1. Football sitting up at the 37. Warriors took the ball about the 18-yard line. They've driven it now to the Forest Park 37. Here's Reese. Hamelman hands it off to Richter. Cole up the middle. 1st down. He's got it to the 35. So the Warriors move the chains again. There's 6 first down. So the ball down at the 35-yard line. So the 1st down for the Warriors at the 35. 4:55, left to go here in the first half of play. North Knox up 6-0 and at the 35 of Forest Park. Can they keep sustaining this run drive? Here's Reese. Everybody in within about 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Hamelman hands it off Richter. Cole gets a hole. He's going to go straight forward. He's going to get hit and brought down after about a 3-yard gain to the 32. Got a nice hole that time, but Ed, with all those players in the middle, they sealed it pretty quick.
Yeah, they've got some beef in the middle too, Tom. And look at how many big players they're putting in the game.
North Knox has had a tendency, though. One thing they have done, Ed, is they've been able to beat down the other team, especially with bigger players. We'll see if that will continue. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Football to 32.
But you can see they've got 7 linemen in there to down.
And a pitch outside. It's going to go to Richter. Cole's going to get hit at the 30-yard line. Gets away, breaks a tackle. He'll go down at the 28, about 2 yards short of the first down. So Cole Richter got outside, Ed. He was able to shrug off an arm tackle and got him a 5 more yards. It'll be 3rd down, called 3rd and 3.
Yeah. Well, I think the outside is going to be an opportunity for North Knox because the Forest Park has put their big package in, I would say, almost their goal line defense.
28-yard line is where it is. 3rd down and 3 Warriors. 4 down territory here. Here's Reese. 3rd down and 3. Reese Hamelman. Hamelman hands it off outside Holdman. Dodes trying to turn it. He does. 30-yard line. 25 first down and out of bounds at the 24. So another first down for the Warriors. They're 7th. It looks like. Let's see where they put it down.
Yes.
So they do. At the 24, he got about 2 yards more than he needed. So at the 23-yard line, Ed, Warriors first down and knocking on the door of the red zone again with 3:10 left to go in the half and counting.
Well, if Forest Park continues to play that many linemen inside, Tom, I think the outside game is going to be more open as it was then.
We'll see what happens. Side formation again for Reese Hamelman, 1st and 10. Hand off on the inside. It's going to be Holdman Dodes. Dodes goes forward. He's going to slip through all the way down to the 10-yard line. Holtman Dodes in with a nice run. 8th first down for the Warriors and 1st and goal. Right at the 10-yard line. That's where it'll be. It looks like 1st and goal, Ed, I believe, or either that or maybe it'll get a first down at the 1-inch line. But in all intents and purposes, 1st and goal. And he will call it 1st and goal. Here's Reese from the 10. 1st and goal. Hamelman. Going to hand it off to Richter. Cole up the middle. He gets hit and brought down about the 6. Got about 4. 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal for the Warriors. And if they can go in for a score here with the way this game is plodding along, it would be big.
I'll tell you, any score in this game is big because both teams have done the job at stopping each other.
At the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal. Warriors started its drive, Ed, back at the 16.
And the yardage that every yard North Knox is getting is tough yardage.
79 yards on this drive already. They got 6 to go. 2nd down and goal. Here's Reese. Hamelman going to look to throw. Now he's going to run it. He's going to tiptoe in. He's going to go in. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown. Reese Hamelman, Ed, was able to keep the football on what looked like a run-pass option and able to go the final 6 yards to the end zone.
Well, that's been the threat, Tom. We've seen time and time again, run or pass, and he's been able to do both.
So 1:51 left to go in the second quarter. Warriors up 12-0, and we'll see if they go for 1 or go for 2.
I think you go for 2, Tom. They'll probably go for 1, but
looks like they're going for 2.
Yeah.
Hamelman back in. So they're going to go for a 14-point lead if they can get it. So they got to try now for a 2-point conversion. And Holtman Dode's going way outside to the right, really near the sideline. Here's Reese. Hamelman looks to throw, fires it, and it is incomplete.
Not a very good pass, really. He
tried to go to Cole Richter, and it was just underthrown.
Yeah, he didn't throw it to Cole Richter.
Zach Boyles, yeah.
He threw it to the grass, though.
Well, Zach Boyles was the intended receiver, so the Warriors lead at 12-0, Ed. 1:51 left to go in the first half of play. Forest Park will get the ball beginning period 3.
Yeah, North Knox has done a good job moving the ball against a very, very tough Forest Park defense.
So the North Knox Warriors lead at 12-0. But Ed, that was an 84-yard touchdown drive, and it was all on the ground.
Yeah, it was. I believe they're going to. I believe they're going to need to throw the ball a little bit in this game, but they may not if Forest Park is unable to score.
Well, it looks like Reese Hamelman is having trouble throwing it in the cold weather because when we've seen him throw it, it's not been near his receivers. He's thrown like 3 or 4 times, and all of them have not been very well thrown. Here's the kickoff right down the middle of the field, about the 25-yard line. Be picked up there, 30, 35. Here's Hubelor, 40, down the sideline, and that time Troy Nolan, the finisher, finishes him up at the 42.
And there's a flag, a late hit on North Knox.
So he got it up to the 42-yard line. So Hubelor, the returner, Corey Hubelor.
He's going to get 15 more, Tom.
Well, we'll find out what the referee says. It'd be the first penalty of the game.
Well, it was a penalty. It was pretty clear to see.
So it is on North Knox. So second penalty actually make that.
There was really no need for it. I don't know what happened, just enthusiasm.
Well, that'll move the ball into North Knox territory about the 45-yard line or so. So actually the 41.
Yeah, gives them great field position.
So short field for Forest Park at the 41. Their drive stalled last time around the 20, I believe. Very near the 20-yard lines where they stalled out last time. They're down 12-0, but they've got a shot now with about a minute and a half left in the half. Here's Cooper Hubelor under center. Now back to throw. He looks. He's going to get pressure, throws it up, and it's incomplete. Threw it behind his intended receiver. Again, he was looking for Jared Schiff, and he was double covered. Second down.
Yeah, good pressure on the quarterback that time as well.
Yeah, thank you for saying that because I thought that too. Good pressure by the Warriors, and that kept the ball from getting to the receiver Schiff, and it's going to be second down. Right now, it's been his only target. He's targeted Jared Schiff 2 or 3 times. That's been his only target so far. Second out of 10. Football to 41 with 137.
Well, they've got 4 receivers split out, Tom, this time.
137 and a half. Second down. Here's Cooper. Hubelor going to hand it off inside. Tripped up. Boy, Jay had some open room that time, and he got him at 2 yards. He got tripped up coming through the line by Matt Urbane.
Really about a yard, Tom.
Matt Urbane got him by the feet, and he got 1 yard. Third down and 9. They were trying for a little delayed handoff that time, but Matt Urbane was able to get a foot that time and bring him down.
Well, they're trying to get North Knox spread out with those 4 wide receivers, and he just couldn't. Penetration, North Knox's line caused him to be tripped.
Day goes to about 205 or 210. Now 4 wide receivers out again for Forest Park for Cooper Hubelor. Third down. He's back to throw. He's going to get away from one. Now he's going to throw it long downfield. He heaves it there, and it's intercepted. Picked up that time by Holtman Dodes. 20-yard line to the 30, to the 40, He's going to continue. 50 back to the middle of the field, and he'll go down in Forest Park territory at the 46. Big return that time for Holtman Does.
Boy, it was, Tom. Great pressure by North Knox to get the ball.
There's a flag down.
Roughing the passer. That's what I thought. He didn't rough the passer. He bumped into him, and
so
he went
wipe
down.
off the interception.
Yeah.
And give him 15 more. From the 41. That'll give him another first down with 44.2 seconds left to go in this first half of play.
Oh, I thought that was
so wipe off the interception.
Man, that was a little bit of a questionable call right there, Tom. I didn't think, he has to rush. He can't just stop on a dime. That was a situation where he didn't go through the contact. Timeout, North Knox.
So the Warriors going to talk it over. Their second timeout with 44.2 seconds left. Warriors lead at 12-0. We're back after this 30-second break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
Time now for a scoreboard update presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. Score big with your next car purchase at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. Right now, both Bloomington teams leading both Evansville area teams. South 7-0 over North. North 7-0 over Castle. And Central leading 7-0 over Jasper. Vincennes Lincoln already up 21-0 over Brown County. That game in Nashville. Southridge 7, North Harrison 7. Modern Day over Linton 7-0. And in this game, and also West Washington, right now leading North Davies 22-8.
Tom, this series, 30 yards of penalties is what's been the biggest offensive threat for Forest Park.
25-yard line now, 1st and 10 for Cooper Ubelor. He's going to go back to throw a little screen. He can't make it. Now he throws it into the ground, but there's nobody. Was there anybody close, roughing? That's going to be an intentional grounding.
Yeah, I think so. That's got to be.
I thought maybe, just maybe, Day may have been in the area, but they're not going to say he was. Intentional grounding on Forest Park.
No, he threw it in the ground. That's just a young player, really.
He's only a sophomore, yeah.
That's just a young player making a mistake.
You didn't see it, but Reese Hamelman had that at Sullivan in week 1, where he kind of spiked it into the ground after moving back 2 yards. You could do it from the line of scrimmage, but he spiked it about 5 yards back and got hit with an intentional grounding on that one.
Well, sometimes you see that on the weekends, Tom.
Yep. Second down, and that's going to be a big one. Second down at 25. So here's Cooper Ubelor on second down now, and a long way to go. Back to throw. He's going to get pressure. That time he's going to get away from one. Now he'll throw it downfield. Got a man open. It's incomplete. He's overthrew him at the goal line. He was looking that time for his intended receiver, Daniel Eckert, and that time it was way overthrown.
And, Tom, that was more contact on the play than the one he called the penalty on.
They're down at 25, though. But I tell you what, he sidearmed that ball. That was a slingshot play. So third down, 32.7 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Warriors lead at 12-0.
North Knox is doing a good job of getting in pressure.
So here is Ubelor. Cooper Ubelor now in the shotgun, third down. Back to throw this time. Steps up about his own 48. He'll throw it over the middle. That ball is incomplete. Tried to go a slant pattern in the middle of the shift that time, and
got him.
And they called a penalty.
Yes, they did.
They called a penalty on that play, and I don't know, Ed, was there a hold there?
I guess that's all I could see. I don't know what
because Schiff was looking for the penalty. He got a pass interference on North Knox.
Yeah.
26.3 seconds left to go. On a third down and 25.
Well, Tom, on this series of plays, on this possession, they've had 45 yards of penalties that have kept them in the game.
3 penalties, 45 yards for the Warriors. We third down now and 9. But still 26.3 seconds left in the half. Third down and 9. Ubelor. Low snap. Looks back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to fire it downfield now. That's going to be overthrown.
Let's look for a flag.
We don't see one. So 4th down now, 4th and 9. You would think they'll go for it. 20.8 seconds. That ball was overthrown for Schiff that time.
I don't think there's any doubt they'll go for it, Tom.
Schiff is 6'2" and 160. So 4th down and 9. The ball sitting up at the 24, 20, just inside the 25, near the 24. So 20.8 seconds left. And boy, he was under pressure the last 2 times too. We'll see what happens with Hubelor now on 4th down.
They've got a blocker in there with him.
Shotgun at the 5 yards back, about the 30, back to Step. He's going to get hit that time. He's not going to get away. The Warriors will hold as Bo Nolan came in there like a freight train and brought him down.
Yeah, they mashed him that time, Tom, back to about the 31.
So the Warriors will take it with 14 and a half seconds left to go. Let's see what North Knox will do at the 31. They lead at 12-0 here near halftime. This hasn't been the most spectacular Warrior effort, but Ed, right now it's been enough.
Yeah, that's what counts if you're ahead on the scoreboard.
Ball sitting up at the 31-yard line. Warriors have 14 and a half seconds. We'll see what they do here. Reese Hamelman. Second quarter. We're almost at halftime. Reese Hamelman. They hand it off on the outside. They're going to try to run it. They will. Holton Adotes gets outside. 30-yard line. Still going. 40. Out of bounds. No, he's going to stay in. Now he'll go out of bounds to the 44 with 5.1 seconds left to go. So he went out of bounds about the 44-yard line. So Holton Adotes angling toward that sideline, but stayed in it and got about 3 or 4 more yards. So the ball to 44, 5.1 seconds in it. I thought North Knox really should have had about another second. I thought the clock was a little bit slow in stopping.
Well, this is one they've got. This could be the pass play here.
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
Or something a little bit, trickery, some trickery of some kind. This
time they got 4 players at center field about the 40-yard line.
They're not worried too much about the run, are they?
I don't think so. Here's Hamelman, 2nd down.
That's where North Knox can score.
Here we go. He's going back to throw. Reese going to get flushed out, rolls right, flag down, and he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's the end of the half. It wasn't flagged down.
If it's against the defense, they get another play. But
I think it's a hold.
Holding against the offense.
I think it's a hold, so that'll end the half. 12-0. North Knox Warriors lead it at halftime. Stay tuned. The First Vincent Savings Bank halftime report is coming up in 2 minutes. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
Farming isn't easy. If it were, everybody would be doing it. Irrigating your fields, however, can be easy with a call to Ileana Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer. With innovative products like the Reinke Touch Screen Control Panel and Navigator GPS systems, the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation are ready to provide you with a dependable, easy-to-use Reinke system that will add yield and profit to your operation. Farming isn't easy, but partnering with Ileana Irrigation and Reinke is an easy choice to make. Reinke, more right than rain at Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Alliance Tractor ready-to-mow service reduces mower maintenance to its simplest.
So that's what they've got, 26 yards in the first half. North Knox has 130 or 119 and 16, 135.
Back once again here as we continue at Warrior Stadium. North Knox leading at 12-0 as they were able to score once in the first half, once in the second. This is our First Vincent Savings Bank halftime report. A reminder, First Vincent Savings Bank is more convenient for you with 2 locations on 6th Street and Kimmel Road in Vincennes. Holtman Dode started out the scoring with a 2-yard run. The extra point was unsuccessful, and that made it a 6-0 lead. And then that was all the scoring in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, the North Knox Warriors scored again. Reese Hamelman on a 6-yard run to cap off an 84-yard touchdown drive. And the extra point unsuccessful there, and the Warriors led it by a 12-0 score. That's where they stand here at halftime, leading 12-0. First downs, Warriors with 8. Forest Park with only 3. North Knox in the red zone twice. They scored both times they were there. Forest Park got there once, turned it over on downs, leading to that 84-yard North Knox scoring drive. Turnovers, we thought we had one, but it got called back on a roughing the passer call. Penalties, North Knox 3 for 45, and Forest Park right now 2 for 15 yards. And that's where we stand right now, 12-0. North Knox leads now with the individual statistics, the one and only Ed Elliott.
Tom, we talked first about Forest Park. Drew Day carried the ball 12 times for 31 yards. He was the leading rusher, of course, for Forest Park. Jake Begley, he carried the ball twice for -1 yards. Cole Moore carried 1 time for 2 yards. Cooper Ubelor carried it once for -6. So it ended up 26 yards rushing for Forest Park in the first half. Passing for Forest Park, Cooper Ubelor, the quarterback, he threw it 4 times, did not complete any of them. Therefore, 0 yards passing. So Forest Park had 26 total yards rushing and passing in the first half. North Knox, Tom, Cole Richter carried 13 times, 64 yards in those 13 carries. Holtman Dode with 8 carries for 50 yards. Reese Hamelman carried the ball 4 times for 5 yards. North Knox ended up with 119 yards rushing in the first half. Passing, Reese Hamelman just really couldn't get it going passing very well. He was only 1 of 4, Tom, for 16 yards. So North Knox had 16 yards passing, 119 yards rushing for 135 yards rushing and passing versus 26 for Forest Park.
So that's where we stand at halftime, Ed, and right down below us we saw one of the TV cameras, one of the Terre Haute TV stations, trying to make some local people stars tonight. So.
Yeah, well, I figured they'd be up here looking at you, but...
are you kidding me?
I thought if they turned the light on your head, we'd all be blurred out.
Well, it's a solar plate, okay?
Yeah, believe me, you've got a lot of kilowatts up there.
Oh, my goodness sakes. We're about 14 minutes away from getting it. That was good.
Duke Energy might hire you.
Yeah, Duke Energy. I mean, what are they? About maybe a quarter mile away up the road? I don't know.
You're a walking solar
3 miles,
farm.
actually. About 3 miles away.
Yeah, you're a walking solar farm.
A walking solar farm. Yeah, perfect. Save all that money trying to put him in down the south part of the county. Anyway, we're about 12 minutes away from the third quarter of play. Forest Park will have the ball beginning period 3. North Knox leads at 12-0 as we go to halftime. We're back after this 90-second break. Back in 90 seconds, you're listening to North Knox Warrior football right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Alliance Tractor Ready to Mow service reduces mower maintenance to its simplest form. There's no more loading your mower, no more hauling it in. Alliance Tractor's professional technicians bring convenient maintenance to your doorstep. Your walk behind or ride and lawn equipment will start easier, last longer, and run more safely. All work is done inside the specially equipped truck. Call today to schedule your appointment. Alliance Tractor, 812-882-5750. Alliance Tractor, just south of Vincennes on Highway 41.
Post-frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
And back once again here at Warriors Stadium. North Knox leading at 12-0 here at halftime. As you heard earlier on, North Knox right now with a 3-1 edge as far as yards gained, and they were able to get them at crucial times. And that's part of the reason they lead it right now, 12-0 at halftime. Time now for the Dr. Stephen Williams halftime adjustments. A reminder, if you need your smile adjusted, Dr. Stephen Williams is back, and he's accepting new patients. Call Dr. Williams today at 812-735-2020. We'll go over to the football doctor, the one and only Ed Elliott, to prescribe a sure cure for this second half.
Tom, I'm not sure there's a need for a cure. You know, if there's not if there's not an illness, you don't treat it. I think North Knox really is playing pretty well. I think they've had some mistakes, a couple of calls that went against them, but you look overall, Forest Park has thrown everything at them. They've thrown a 6-3 defense. They've thrown 7 linemen in there. They've even put, at times, 8 linemen. They've done about everything that they know to do to stop North Knox, and they haven't been able to do it. So I think North Knox just needs to come back out and make sure that they play their solid game and not let off one bit in this second half.
If there's one thing I would say that would be an adjustment, Ed, it's probably Reese Hamilton throwing the football. He threw that one good pass, I believe, to Troy Nolan for a huge first down. But other than that, he looks like he's been just a little bit unsure of himself. Part of that has been the pass rush at Forest Park has put on. A couple of it, though, is just he's having an off night throwing the football, and I wonder if the cold weather is doing something with it.
I don't know so much a cold. It's still in the low 40s, and it should be almost perfect weather. The wind is not that strong. I just think that what's happening, the pass plays are longer, and it's taking a longer time for the receivers to get in position. And with that, Forest Park is putting 7 and 8 people rushing. There's not enough blockers to hold them out. So North Knox, in order to be effective with their passing game, is going to have to shorten it a bit and hit those receivers 5 to 10 yards down the field and let them run with it.
And that's exactly what Troy Nolan did. He got a little flat pass and just broke tackles. He got a great yards after catch and was able to get the ball in position, and the Warriors went in and scored that first touchdown.
Yeah, they've shown that they can do what they have to do. We've said how many times when their back's against the wall, they come up with what they need to do to pull themselves out of it.
They've done it all year.
And they've done it tonight.
Yeah. And so the North Knox Warriors lead it right now 12-0 at halftime. Time for a scoreboard update. It's presented by your friends at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. Reminder, you can score big with your next car purchase at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. Right now, both Bloomington teams in 5A leading both Evansville area teams. Bloomington South 14-7 over Evansville North first quarter. Bloomington North 14-0 over Castle first quarter. Memorial Boonville just underway in sectional 24 in 4A Central 14 Jasper 0 second quarter. Lincoln's added a touchdown now in sectional 30. They lead Brown County 28-0. Edgewood and Princeton also just underway. Same with Heritage Hills and Gibson Southern. Southridge 14-7 over North Harrison first quarter. Mater Dei has added a touchdown now. They lead at the Wrightsville 14-0 over Linton. And in Class A, West Washington still leading North Davies 28-8. North Central and Perry Central also underway now with no score. So once again, that is what is going on with high school football. around the area. We'll keep you up to date as we can on the sectionals. This game, though, is moving very, very quickly, and because of that, we may not be able to get a whole lot of those scores in. Wanted to remind you, by the way, I thought we had a turnover earlier on. It got called back by penalty, but...
Yeah, I was ready. I was loaded, Tom, for the Quest Orthopedics, turnover. But...
Hey, reminder. Well, I tell you what, Ed, since you were so ready to do it, why don't you go ahead and do the tagline?
All right. Well, if there is a turnover, it will be sponsored by Quest Orthopedics. Turn over your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest.
About 7 minutes left to go before the third period of play begins. I wanted to mention, by the way, the champions together, the checks were presented earlier this week by First Vincennes Savings Bank to both Vincennes Lincoln and to North Knox. And Ed, North Knox, I believe, if I'm correct, was somewhere around $800 that they were able to deliver to the champions together effort. And again, it's sponsored by your real community bank, First Vincennes Savings Bank.
I think they sponsored an armored car to bring it up here.
I think so. North Knox really did put a whole lot of touchdowns on the board this year.
That was something. You get a sponsor, Tom, a lot of times they get benefits from it, and of course that's part of their plans to do sponsorships, but this is one where they not only get a sponsorship, but they pay for a really good cause.
And by the way, Ed, I wanted to mention they're going to be doing this again in basketball. We're trying to figure out exactly how they're going to do it, but this is something that's going to also continue over into basketball season as well.
Well, they could give $20 for each missed name you have in the game.
Oh, I don't do that much, do I?
Well, I would say $800 would just scratch the surface.
Oh, you think so? Huh? All right. Anyway, we're about 5 minutes away from getting underway here in period number 3. Now, the Forest Park gets the ball beginning in the third period. North Knox defensively has been able to stymie the Forest Park attack, and I'll be very interested to see now what each team will do to adjust as they go into halftime.
Yeah, that is important. I think you look at Forest Park, you think about the adjustments that they would need to make. I mean, they've got to pass the ball more effectively, Tom.
Yeah.
They've shown that they can throw the ball for a long way down the field, but they haven't shown that they can throw it to a receiver.
But here's the thing, though. North Knox has done a better job now of getting to Cooper Ubelor. I mean, in the later part of that half, of course, he had to throw the football, and they knew that.
Yeah.
But they did a better job of getting to him. And again, Bo Noland has been the sack master all year for this Warrior team, and he was able to get another one in the first half. Stand up a fourth down run.
Yeah, when you look at Forest Park, when they were in their tight formation, maybe had one wide receiver, then they could protect. But when they started spreading it out and had four people in receiving positions, two slots and two split ends, then North Knox was able to get back there and put pressure. So they can't have their cake and eat it too, so to speak.
Well, here's the thing. They throw a lot to Jared Schiff. I mean, that is their major player. I mean, at 6'2", 160, but North Knox knows that too, and boy, he was working with some double coverage a couple of times.
Yeah, well, North Knox is doing a much better job this week in their pass coverage than they did last week with South Spencer.
So both teams out there getting ready, and about 4 minutes left. I expect them to put 3 minutes back onto the clock. It's kind of been a tradition.
Well, as you pointed out, it might be better if they put a little bonfire out there.
I think so, with North Knox in a circle, put a little bonfire in the middle of
to warm up some.
But anyway, the North Knox Warriors lead it right now 12-0 as we get ready for the final 3 minutes when we get into period number 3. We mentioned, Ed, Linton and Mater Dei right now playing the Wildcats leading at the Wrights Bowl 14-0. And regardless, if North Knox wins, or for that matter, if Forest Park wins, I believe as well, they would host the sectional final. So if the Warriors win, we're right back here at Warrior Stadium next week.
That's always good to be at your home place, and that score really is no surprise to me when you look at the quality of the players that Mater Dei is able to get out of the Evansville and surrounding areas. They're almost like a small college, Tom, with their draw. They have a good educational programs, and they get many of the top athletes come there.
They're known for football, and they're known for wrestling. I mean, those are the two things that they really are known for, and they've done really, really well with both of those. But, Ed, we'll have to see what happens if North Knox is able to win this game, who they would see here next week, either Linton or Mater Dei. They played Linton earlier this season, and a tight game until about 3 minutes left.
Yeah, it was a tough game, and North Knox was in it right till the end, and then it just kind of, they
got away from them.
Got out of hand. But they've shown that they can play with good teams all year.
Yeah, of course, you look at the wins they had, the win over Boonville. They played Sullivan right down to the very end. They had the ball last, as a matter of fact, just couldn't do anything with it. And in fact, outscored Sullivan 12-0 in the final three quarters.
Yeah, lost to Vincennes Lincoln 12-6.
In a game here, yeah.
Yeah, the game could have gone either way, and that's the game when I saw Vincennes Lincoln, and I kept thinking, how in the world could they have the record they have with the quality of the players that they have? But
well, they started 1-4, Ed, and then they wound up 4-1 the last 5 weeks, and that win over North Knox kind of lit their fire a bit.
Well, they had the talent. For whatever reason, they just weren't putting it on the scoreboard before that game.
But after that, they played an I formation, and it surprised North Knox. I think it surprised Lincoln's players, too, for that matter, and it seemed to work for them, and that's one reason why they were able to walk up winners 12-6.
Yeah. Well, this is a game where this first possession by Forest Park is going to be a big one defensively for North Knox. If North Knox can stop them and hold them and not give them any kind of long yardage, then they're going to be in a good position to take command of the game.
So the North Knox Warriors will get ready to kick it away. And one thing about the North Knox fan base, we have been around here for many, many years. This is probably the best North Knox fan base I have seen in a long time, if ever.
Well, they are. They've followed this team, and North Knox, I don't care what sport you're talking about, they go to away games. They support the team, whether they're at home or on the road.
By the way, North Knox's girls scrimmage tomorrow against Princeton. You told me it was here at North Knox.
Yeah.
They will start out on Tuesday night, Ed, and they'll take on North Davies. We'll have that one for you on 97.7 WAOV on Tuesday evening.
Yeah, I think that scrimmage, I believe, is 1 o'clock tomorrow.
So 1 p.m. scrimmage at North Knox, and again back.
And that's Eastern time.
Yep,
that's
Eastern
North
time.
Knox time.
So here's the thing, Ed. If you want an adjustment, it has to be on special teams. North Knox has kicked it off twice. Or 3 times, excuse me. Now this will be the third time. And they didn't look good on the first 2 they made.
Yeah, this is one where North Knox just needs to not give them big yardage out of this kick.
North Knox going right to left in the third period. Forest Park heading from left to right. Kickoff coming up now from Troy Nolan. Fans on their feet. Warriors up 12-0 at the beginning of the third period. Couple of men back, one about the 10-yard line. Warriors kicks have come about to 25 the last 2 times they've kicked it. And here's the kick right down the middle again, about to 25 once again at the 23 to the 30. That's Hubelor again, 35-40, still on his feet, 45, and he'll go down right there to 47. So again, Ed, for the third time, North Knox is given a good field position on the kick.
Well, the short kick, Tom, it's not just short. It's a line drive, so there's not time enough for the cover team to get down there quickly.
So go ahead.
If it had been up in the air higher, then North Knox could get down there on it. But it's so low to the ground that they're able to get 5 and 10 yards before North Knox can get to them.
So the ball to 47 now for Forest Park, 1st and 10. Cooper Hubelor in the shotgun, it looks like this time. Hubelor going to keep it himself. He's going to go outside. He's going to get hit and brought down all the way back at the 40-yard line. I tell you what, Ethan Haig was not fooled.
No. And I think that was a situation, Tom, where they had a kind of a direct snap. It was number 15.
Yep. So they got the ball out that time to Daniel Eckert, and Eckert tried to turn it and couldn't.
Well, he carried it straight. It was a direct snap.
7-yard loss. He had to go east and west, and Ethan Haig got him. He tried a misdirection. It didn't work. 2nd and 17 at the 40-yard line. Loss of 7. Under center this time, Hubelor. 2nd down and 17. Hubelor going to hand it off on the inside. Quick hitter, and not much. Maybe a gain of about 3 or 4, and that's it for Day. So they threw Day right up the middle that time, and he got a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down about 14. Give him a gain of 3. So gain of 3 for Drew Day that time on a little inside handoff. North Knox gave a couple of yards, but not much more than that. 3rd down now at about 13. Ball sitting up at the 44.
Well, this is taking a long time in the huddle, so it's going to be a pass.
Shotgun formation now for Cooper Ubelor. Drew Day beside him. Wide receivers, 2 out left, 2 right. Ubelor back to throw. He's got time. He's going to look. Now he's going to get hit and brought down. Boy, that time went away quick, and it was Troy Nolan that time all the way back to the 35.
Well, delayed blitz, Tom, and that was there was nothing he could do.
He hit the quarterback that time. Cooper Ubelor with some force, some power. Troy Nolan coming right in for that one. It's going to be 4th down and about 20, and Drew Day going to have to kick it away. So 4th and 20, Day. It's a good snap. He'll kick it right down the middle of the field. Dode's going to get it about to 27, 30, 35, up the middle of the field, 40. He'll get down and out to 42. So a nice return that time by the Warriors. And on the tackle that time, they're going to give it to Brennan Wire and also to Chase Verkamp. Brennan Wire, 6'2" and 260. So Wire, he is not. Reese Hamelman will take the football now up to 43.
Yeah, if that's the case, you're wiry.
Oh, thank you. I was at one time, actually.
No one could remember
I'm not
that far.
No, I'm not 260. I'm about 220 now. You got to remember 225.
Yeah, but it's where it's distributed.
Oh, thank you. 1st and 10 Warriors, tight formation now. They got it at the 43.
Gravity has worked on you.
And Hamelman going to roll outside. Not a great play. He's going to try to go 40. He's got 40-yard line, 45, down to the 47. So he's able to get about 4 yards out. It looked like the play was a little bit out of sync, but Reese Hamelman still got about 4 yards. Actually, give him a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Well, wait a minute. 4.
Well, now they give him 4. Well, they moved the stick.
Oh, okay. Now you.
There's a 3-yard gain. He moved the stick and made it 4.
What is in that pop bottle, Tom?
That's a good question.
You're seeing the thing move and it's not moving.
2nd down and 6. Here's Reese. Man in motion, Hamilton. He's going to go to Richter. Cole Richter, 50-yard line, 45. He breaks into the secondary down to the 42. First down for the Warriors. Add the 9th first down. And add that outside play. That time Reese Hamelman didn't gain a whole lot of yards, but to play the next one up the middle, Cole Richter did.
I was watching the blockers, Tom. How many yards did he get?
So he went to the 42, so got about maybe 10, 12 yards. Got down to the 42. 1st and 10 Warriors in Forest Park territory, leading 12-0. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman with Cole Richter beside him. Reese. Back to throw. Reese Hamelman looks. He fires it outside. It's going to be incomplete. He had Troy Nolan at the first down marker, but he threw it underneath him.
He was wide open. He threw that one short. It was like he just didn't have any energy in it.
Again, I think the cold weather may be affecting it, Ed. If you got maybe a 50, 60-degree night, that's a completion.
Well, you got to step into the throw, and he didn't. He kind of leaned back and
they got a penalty to boot.
That must have been holding, my guess is. I didn't see the call.
44-yard line of North Knox. So from the 41, that's a 15-yard penalty.
What?
1st and 25. So 60 yards on 4 penalties. I didn't see it.
I didn't either, Tom.
So 15-yarder, 1st and 25 now. Reese Hamelman hands it off middle. Richter. Cole up the middle, got some yardage. Back to the midfield mark and down to the 49. So he got about maybe 10 of it back. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, 8 yards.
So 2nd down and 17. He had it 1st and 25. He got 8 of it back. So at the 49 of Forest Park. 8:03 left to go in the 3rd period. 12-0. Warriors lead. And here once again is Reese Hamelman on a 2nd down and about 15 yards or 16. Here's the ball. He's cracked to throw. Reese going to try to get away from him, and he'll throw it downfield. Caught, juggled, but caught at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And that's Zach Boyles. So they call it a complete pass. He's going to lose maybe about half a yard. 3rd down. At the 50. Warriors got to get it down to the 31, so it's 3rd and 19.
Yeah, this has not been a very good series of plays in this possession for North Knox.
Zach Boyle's able to catch that ball, but boy, he juggled it. He's able to hold on to it, but lost half a yard in the process. 3rd down.
Yeah.
Reese Hamelman now on the third down. Let's see what they do here. Going to hand it off on the inside. Fumbled. And it's recovered by Forest Park, I do believe.
Yeah,
they got it at the 47. Tried an inside handoff to Holtman Dotes. He couldn't hold on to it. And the first turnover of the game will go to the Rangers.
Yes, Tom, and that Quest turn over your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest.
We have seen some miscommunication on the Warriors side of things, and that time they did at the 48-yard line. Forest Park has it down 12-0. 6:51 left, third period. So here is Cooper Ubelor under center and a whistle.
I don't know what the...
Plenty of time on the clock, so it wasn't a delay.
Offsides against North Knox.
And it's exactly what it is.
So they're lined up all sides.
5 penalties, 65 yards, and it gives it a 1st and 5.
Well, this is kind of a collapse, Tom. I mean, North Knox has just kind of run through a series of missteps here in this possession.
At the 42-yard line, 1st and 5 now for Cooper Ubelor and the Forest Park Rangers. A handoff outside. Day, he's going to bump. He's going to get hit and brought down. He fell forward for about a loss of 1. He got hit by Troy Nolan. Let's see if he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
No,
actually lost a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Second down at about 6. So he tried to run Drew Day that time, and boy, I tell you what, Troy Nolan has been Johnny on the spot in this game defensively. Second down and 6. Cooper Ubelor under center, second down and 6. Ubelor going to hand it off. He's going to run it outside. They're going to push it out. Here's Bagley. He's going to get hit that time and brought down at the first down marker. So he got the 6 he needed. So that'll be the 4th first down for Forest Park at the 35-yard line. So he got about 2 more than he needed. So Begley takes it up. He'll get it at the 35. It'll be a first down. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in the third period. 12-0. Warriors lead it. Forest Park at the 35, and they're in 4-down territory now. North Knox defensively, though, has looked pretty decent. Gave up a turnover there midfield, though. Here's Cooper Ubelor, run one man behind him, Drew Day. Going to get the ball. He's going to get hit that time. He's going to get away, and he's not going to get away far. He lost 2 yards. 2nd and 12, back at the 38. Well, North Knox is getting ready for that, Ed, and they're doing a great job of shutting down their primary offense. 2nd down and 12. So 2nd down and 12 for Cooper Ubelor, working under center. 2nd down and 12 with Drew Day behind him, and still wide receivers, a couple of them out left. Tight formation for the most part. Now man in motion. Going to keep the football. He's going to look to pass. He'll throw in the middle, tipped in, intercepted. Warriors intercepted. They're going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, caught it up. And it's Troy Nolan who took it to the end zone. A 62-yard interception by Troy Nolan. And Ed, I don't know who got it at the line of scrimmage, but the tip led to the score.
It did. They were trying to go over the middle, and North Knox was just right there in his face, and they got that ball up in the air, and Troy Nolan has done everything tonight.
Boy, has he ever. 4:55 left to go in the third period, and then that was a huge, huge touchdown.
Oh, it was. What a reversal, Tom. It looked like North Knox couldn't do anything right, and then they make that play and get that 62-yard touchdown.
So an interception returned by Troy Nolan. We mentioned he's been the best player on the field for the Warriors tonight. He showed why that time, but a good tip at the line of scrimmage cost it. They'll go for 2. Reese Hamelman trying for 2. Hamelman throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete. He tried to kind of throw a little quick slant to Holtman Dodge. It was incomplete.
Yeah, it looked a little low.
So that's the way he's been all night, Ed. He's been a little bit low on his passes, but the Warriors had still lead it 18-0.
Yeah, that's what counts. 3-score
game.
Yeah, that's what counts.
So it's still a 3-score game. At 18-0 with 4:55 left to go. And that is a very good candidate for our Hamilton DeKalb play of the game. So station, folks at the station, if you can, please keep note of that.
Now
Lincoln, by the way, leading now at halftime 28-6. I want to thanks for the update on that.
And North Knox needs to get a good kick this time.
So both Knox County teams leading right now. Ball to be kicked away by Troy Nolan. Down the middle. It's going to be a low one again. It'll bounce down about the 20-yard line this time. Take it to the 25-30. 35. It gets by Matt Urbane. It doesn't get by the second wave down at the 36. So better job that time on the return by Corey Ubalor. So the senior Corey Ubalor gets the ball up to the 36. Boy, I tell you what, Ed, that may have taken the wind right out of the Rangers' sails.
Well, we'll find out in this play whether they're able to come back or not.
By the way, I wanted to mention that turnover for a touchdown presented by Quest Orthopedics. Turn over your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest. Now you can see if me or Ed did it better.
It's hard for me to think of a touchdown and an interception in a negative way as a turnover.
That was a positive for the Warriors.
Yes.
First and 10. Ubalor at the 36. Going to hand it outside Day. Gets hit and brought down, and he brought down both his... Bo Nolan brought down both his blocker and the tackler. The runner. Sorry about that. The runner. Bo Nolan gets him for a 3-yard loss, and boy, I tell you what, you talk about powering through a lineman to get to Drew Day that time. He did just that. North Knox with momentum, Ed, and when North Knox gets momentum, this team is hard to stop. We saw it against Boonville especially. 2nd and 13. Here's Ubalor. Back to throw. Looks, fires it outside. It's caught, and it's going to be wrapped up by Reese Hamelman about the 40-yard line, so he's still going to be short by about 7 yards of the first down. That's the first pass completion out of Cooper Ubalor.
Yeah, he took the words right out of my mouth. That's his first one. He's been 0 for 5, and now he's 1 for 6.
He got about 7 yards on that one. It'd be third down and about 7. They can actually make it 3rd and 6 at the 40. You got to get down to the 46-yard line. So, by my math, 3rd down at 6. Shotgun for Ubalor. Cooper Ubalor back to throw. He looks. He's going to get out. He's going to throw it outside. That time incomplete.
Oh, man.
Off of the intended receiver's hands.
Right into his hands and through his hands. Number 19.
Yep, Cole Moore.
Yeah, Cole Moore's had some problems as he's a 5'7" senior, Tom. You would think he could have caught that, but maybe we'll blame this one on the weather.
Yeah, I was going to say it went right through his hands. He had it, but it was a little bit ahead of him. Very catchable, Waldo. 4th down and about 7, and they'll go for it. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Ball at the 40. Cooper Ubalor back to throw. Looking. You'll fire it, tipped, and the Warriors will get it, and they almost intercepted again. That's another tip at the line of scrimmage. I think that is either Bo Nolan or Dylan Wolf going to hand on that one.
Well, I couldn't tell, Tom. It's hard to see from here, but they've.
I think you're saying Bo Nolan down the way a little bit.
Yeah, they've really turned up the intensity.
We'll have to talk to Coach after the game to see who got that tip on that interception for a pick 6.
Yeah.
First pick 6 of the season for the Warriors, Ed, and what a time to get it.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever did it made sure he told him.
First pick 6 of the year. Grace Hamelman with the ball at the Forest Park 40, trying to seal this one or at least come very close to doing so. Handoff Richter. Cole up the middle. He gets tripped up at about the 38. Got a gain of about 3. 2nd down at 7. Clock moving. 3:16 in the third period. Warriors up 3 scores. 18-0. Actually give a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Desperately want to give him that extra yard. 3 minutes and counting. Second down and 8. The ball sitting, actually, it was at the 41. They got it at 39. Need to get to the 31 for a first down. Here's Reese Hamelman. Man in motion. Holtman Dodes going to pitch it outside and a whistle, and the play stops before the pitch is made. False start on the Warriors, so another penalty. 6 of them now for 70 yards.
Well, they tried to play a little bit out of the ordinary, and they kind of messed it up.
Well, they had to pitch outside the Holtman Dodes, and you would think probably a lineman just got a little bit eager to try to get out and kick out that block. Second down now in 14. Or 13, actually. Here's Reese Hamelman. Ball to 45. Reese. Back to throw. Has time. Fires over middle. He's got a man open, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. He was looking way down at time to Rhett Sharon. And he tried to throw it to him at the 5-yard line. It was a really nice post pattern, but just slightly overthrown. Third down. So the ball at the 45-yard line. But Reese Hamelman had some time that time, Ed. That was a very well thrown ball, just slightly overthrown.
He did. You can see Forest Park, Tom, they've changed their defense there to a forefront here recently and trying to put more people in at linebacker to try to stop that secondary move after that
second wave run.
Yeah.
Third down, about 14 for Reese Hamelman and the Warriors. Here's Reese. Going back to throw. He's got some time. Now he's going to get flushed from the pocket. He's going to get hit, get away. Now he's going to go down. Lost about 2, down to about the 44, maybe the 45-yard line. We'll see, maybe 46. So went down about to 46. He lost about 2, and he's lucky to get that.
It's kind of interesting, Tom. They went to a passing game at this stage of the game. It was a little bit of a surprise, I think.
Well, 2:07 left to go, and they tackled him. Clock moving now. 2:03 left to go in the third. Warriors still up 3 scores at 18-0. And Troy Nolan going to kick it away. He's had a couple of really good kicks. Two back now for Forest Park. See if he puts his leg into this one. He gets a good.
No,
he's gonna
got a penalty here somewhere.
Was that going to be a fake though? I mean, the way he ran it.
Well, I don't know. It looked like it was going to be a fake, but.
So it'll be a false start on North Knox again. 7 penalties now, 75 yards.
Man, the mistakes.
Boy, if North Knox wins this game, Ed, right now they're up by 3 scores with 1:45 left third period. If they win this game, boy, they've got a lot of cleaning up to do whether they play Mater Dei or Linton next week. If they can win this thing. It's not over yet. So Nolan will kick it away now from his own 35, and the receiver's back up to about the 20 now. They'll kick it away this time. Nice kick. Beautiful kick. All the way back to the 5-yard line, to the 10, and to the 15. He's going to spin away, and he'll go down at the 15-yard line. What a kick that time by Troy Nolan.
I tell you, it was a great return, too, to get it back where he did. It looked like he was going to be down there at the corner at about the 5 or 6 yard line. And
I believe, if I'm right on that was about a 50-yard punt in the air.
Yeah, it was a good kick. And
that was one of the best ones he's had all year.
And he couldn't have put it in any better place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, on that left sideline. And again, you mentioned a nice run back that time to get it to where he did, about the 15-yard line. But, boy, that was a great kick out of Troy Nolan.
Boy, Forest Park's got a long way to go on this one, Tom.
We'll see, they're at the 16 is where they'll put it down. Warriors scored from the 16 once on one of their drives. Here's Cooper Ubelor, 1st and 10. Ubelor back to throw. Looks, fires it outside. It's going to be caught. And down at the 22-yard line. What a nice hit that time out of Zach Boyles. They were able to get the reception that time, but the receiver paid for it as Cole Moore got hit by Zach Boyles.
Nice throw that time by Ubelor, though.
Yep, about a 7-yard gain. Actually, 6-yard gain, but boy, Moore paid for it that time. Second down. Second about 4.
That was the same pass that Moore dropped earlier.
That time had to hit by Boyles. He got 6 yards. I wonder if he thought it was worth it. Second down and about 4. Here's Ubelor back to throw. He looks, he fires it outside. It's going to be incomplete. And I tell you what, that was a great play by Troy Nolan. And Ed, if he would have kept his head up, he may have had his second pick 6 of the game.
Yeah, it was close.
If he'd have kept his head up, he was thinking about making that hit. If he would have looked for the ball, he may have had a pick 6 again. Third down. Boy, Troy Nolan has had himself a night. Third down and about 4. 18-0 Warriors lead it. 48 seconds left third period. Ubelor moving more in motion. Ubelor back to throw, looking in that direction. He'll fire it over the middle. It's caught by
it's close
back Begley. He'll be very close. He
I think
may
it's
be
just
short.
Just a hair short.
Yeah, I think he's going to be short about a yard at the 25.
I think they'll go for it. It doesn't.
Yeah, about a half a yard short at the 25. It'll be 4th down. So the ball sitting up right in front of the 25, as a matter of fact. He's got about a foot. 4th down and about a foot. But here's the thing. North Knox is throwing for some losses tonight, so it's not necessarily a sure thing.
No, it isn't. But it's a ball game, Tom. I mean, you're in a situation where you've got to do something to make something good happen.
Ball is sitting right inside the 25, actually just outside the 25 of the 26. 4th down and about a foot.
They may try to just draw North Knox off.
Ubelor, maybe a sneak here. We'll find out. He will. He's going to sneak it, and I don't know if he made it. He may have lost yardage.
Yeah, he got it. They gave it to him.
Let's see where the mark is forward progress.
The
where they put it, he will give it to him.
Gave it to him.
So it's going to be a 1st down. Barely.
Yeah.
Barely. 5th 1st down for Forest Park. Boy, that was in doubt all the way until that ball got spotted, though. 1st down and 10 for the Forest Park Rangers at the 26.
Well, the bus driver had already started to run the bus.
That'll be the end of the 3rd period. Coming up, let's see if they get a play off. They've got a chance. They do. They get it off. Here's Ubelor looking long downfield, and it is going to hang up incomplete. Nice positioning that time by the Warriors and Levi Brocksmith. We're at the end of 3 periods. North Knox up 18-0 back after this 30-second break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
And the final 12 minutes on the board. The final 12 minutes presented by Guardian Angel Home Healthcare. Give Guardian Angel 12 minutes and let them show you why they're the healthcare angel you're looking for.
I think when you looked at that pass, Tom, it was incomplete, but Levi Brocksmith had done a nice job of playing position. If he just kept going, he just kind of lost his balance there at the end, or he might have had an interception himself.
So now it'll be 1st and 10, and the Forest Park Rangers now going right to left, North Knox left to right. I want to say, by the way, last report, Lincoln leading 28-6 at halftime. So the Lincoln Alice is right now doing the job down in Brown County. North Knox doing the job here. And oh, by the way, at this station, yes, TDO3, have that ready. I think we'll be using that. All right, so the Forest Park Rangers at the 26.
Well, they're trying to decide what they want to do in the official talking to them.
Yep. So the ball actually at the 27, my apology, 27, 1st and 10. So Ubelor in that shotgun. Looks like he's going to go to the passing game with his team down 3 scores. Here's Ubelor. Back to throw. Play action, fakes over middle, almost intercepted by Matter of Bain. Boy, he had his hands up and went right through him.
Yeah, it looked like there were 4 players that at some point were close to the ball.
They were going for Jared Schiff again that time. It didn't even come to him. Urbane, boy, he had a shot at that one. Just underway in the 4th quarter of play. 3rd down now for Forest Park, and they've gone almost completely to that passing game now with 3rd down and 10.
Well, they feel like they probably have got to move the ball down the field, and they haven't been able to do it by the run.
2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Here's Ubelor back to throw. Play action, throws it outside. It's going to be caught at the 30-yard line down at the 32. Now it's decision time for Ross Fuse. It's going to be 4th down and 5.
Yeah, maybe as little as 4, but.
You may be right, actually. It could be about 3.5 for a 1st down, so maybe a 6.5-yard gain. Do you keep halves on your stat sheet?
Well, I'm starting to. The longer I work with you, the more halves become important.
Got a whistle right now. We'll see what this is all about. Maybe a timeout.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, when you're 4th and 4 down there on the 32-yard line, I think you want to think about it a little bit.
So they are going to call a timeout, it looks like, and so we'll make sure. I can't tell what they're doing.
I can't tell if they called it. Oh, okay, yeah. So see the play clock down there, Tom. It's grown dark. It's in the sunset.
It's in the sunset. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So the play clock, as you mentioned, the 1 is out. The 1 now down on what is the Forest Park touchdown, if they were to score, is still on.
Now they're both out.
So now they're both out, yeah. I think they turned them off to get them back going.
That way it's even.
Well, let's see if they're going to talk it over right now with the coaches. I think they're trying. Now they got them on, yeah. One. They got 1 on and 1 off.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that would be the important one for
Forest Park
to see, so.
So 11:20 left to go in this one. 18-0 Warriors lead it. Fourth down. My apologies. Fourth down at about 3. Forest Park will go for it. Wide receivers split out left and right. 2 in each direction. Day standing right next to Jubilar. And now the referee is keeping things in order before he's going to let things go again. Fourth down and about 3. Here's Jubilar. Going back to throw, looks, fires it outside, intercepted! Warriors pick it off, that's Matt Urbane. Down the sideline to the 20, he'll go inside the red zone to the 17. And Matt Urbane almost had an interception last time. That time he was able to pick it off.
Yeah, it looked like he picked it off, Tom, at about the 36-yard line. And from there, he took it down to, about the 18?
Yep, the 18. The Warriors back in the red zone for the third time. They're 2 of 2 in the red zone tonight.
Well, I don't think we'll see North Knox putting it in the air this time.
I wouldn't think so. They want to run that clock, I tell you. And if they can put it into the end zone, if it's not sealed already, it might be then. Here's Reese Hamelman. 1st and 10 at the 18. Hamelman, red zone, in the middle, Richter, Cole to the 10. He'll go inside the 10, actually to the 10. He'll be about 2nd and 2. So he got down about the 10-yard line, 2nd and 2. 10:55 and counting. Warriors trying to get a 4th score on the board in what would possibly make it academic.
Yeah, and I've got Richter, Tom, with 94 yards on 17 carries, so.
Very close to another 100-yard game.
Yes.
10:37 left to go. Reese Hamelman.
They got 1 wide receiver split out to the right.
Here's Reese. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Not that time. They're going to knock him backward at the 11. So 3rd down. So he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it looked like about a 4-yard loss, Tom.
Well, we'll see where they put it down. They'll put it down to about the 13.
3.
So
3-yard probably.
Yep, 3rd down. Maybe a yard or so is already 2nd and 3 or 2. Maybe a 2-yard loss, 3rd down and 4. So 3rd down and 4, 10 minutes left. Blake Long going to come in for the Warriors along with Rhett Sharon. Or actually make that Sharon coming out for Blake Long, Reese Hamelman at quarterback. 3rd down about 4. Here's Reese Hamelman. Going to hand it off the middle. Richter Cole this time breaks forward to the 5, 1st down. That time Ed just straight ahead running, the 10th 1st down for the Warriors. 1st and goal Warriors. He just plowed straight forward, as Coach Chambers likes to call it, Ed, downhill running. He's to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, 9:30 left to go.
Great blocking up front, Tom. They just pushed the hole and gave him a running lane, and he followed it.
So nothing fancy, just downhill running out of Cole Richter. 1st and goal from the 5. Warriors have scored 3 times. They've missed 1 extra point and have missed a couple of 2-pointers. Here's Hamelman. High snap, hands it off up the middle. Then it's going to be Richter. Does he get in? He does. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown. So Cole Richter becomes the 4th North Knox Warrior to score it as he goes over 100 yards with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, 19 carries, Tom. 107 yards. I have him.
So the Warriors, with 9 minutes left to go in the game, look very, very good, like they're going to advance to their first ever 2A sectional final.
Yeah, and it's well deserved. They have worked hard to get there.
They're going to try for an extra point, a single. Good snap that time. The kick is up. Boy, that one looked really good, and it is. Boy, Holtman Dode's got a hold of that one. He's been kind of up and down in his kicks, Ed, as you expect for a sophomore.
Well, I would say, Tom, it's part on the kicker, but it's part on the holder, it's part on the snapper. You got to have all three of them have to be together, and they've had trouble getting it all together. They did on that kick.
They haven't put a point on the board yet, Ed, but it's 25-0 Warriors.
Well, they probably don't have 1 point for North Knox.
I don't know. Like I say, well, Holtman's been about, 50-60% this year, and again, it's going to be his job for the next 3 years, you would think. So it should be 25. It's still 24 on the board. It should be 25. That extra point was good. You saw the hands go up, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I think.
So, Troy Nolan will kick it away. Still haven't added the point yet. Let's see if the cheerleaders do the jumping jacks for 25. Here's the kick. It's down the middle, about the 23-yard line. So we picked up there. I think hesitated for a second at Jubilar. 30. He's going to get hit that time and brought down right at the 30. They'll give him forward progress there, but no more. He hesitated for a second at that time, and Blake Long took advantage and brought him down. So they'll give him to, let's see where they put it down. I thought they would give him to a 30.
About the 26, I think.
I thought they would give him the 30 to his forward progress.
I think he tried to make the move going backwards, Tom, and that's where they...
Okay.
He made a move that got him to that position.
We'll take a look at scores as we get a chance. We'll take a look at that other game between Linton and Mater Dei. Here's Jubilar under center now, down by 4 scores at the 26. Up the middle, Day stumbled going forward and got about 2 yards. And he just tripped on the turf that time and got about a yard, maybe 2.
He saw that black curtain in front of him, Tom.
Score update on the other side. It's 14-0 still Mater Dei in the second quarter. Vincent's licking up at half, 28-6 over Brown County. That's the last report. Bloomington South, Bloomington North both leading right now, 21-7 over Evansville North and 14-0 over Castle, respectively. Memorial and Boonville still scoreless. Central 14, Jasper 0. Southridge 21, North Harrison 7, and West Washington still leading 28-8 over North Davies. Back to throw, Jubilar throws in the middle, and it's incomplete. That was perfectly timed that time by Reese Hamelman.
That was really nice.
That was perfect timing.
Pretty good pass. It was just a situation where the defense was just a little better.
One of Cooper Jubilar's best passes of the day. I'll tell you what, this kid's a sophomore. If he could continue to build his arm strength, he may have a future back there.
I tell you, the problem he has, Tom, with his throwing motion.
Yeah.
He's so much sidearm. He's got and he's doesn't look to be that tall. And
third down at 8. Cooper Jubilar. Back to throw again. He looks. He's going to fire it out this time, and it's a wobbler, and it's caught down at the 48-yard line. Nice catch. First down that time for the Forest Park Rangers. He was able to catch it at that time to Cole Moore.
That was the longest pass he's thrown tonight, 18 yards.
And the North Knox player is right on top of him, but he's able to get it in there. 7:50 left to go. Ball to 47. First and 10. Jubilar back to throw again. This time faces some pressure. Batted down at the line, and that was Dylan Walsh.
Yeah.
The big bad Wall puffed and swatted that ball down.
Yeah, he put the hammer on that one. It wasn't going very far.
By the way, they put the extra point on there now. 25-0. 7:42 left to go in the game. Thought we were right.
Oh, it's only 50-50.
Yeah, perfect. Second and 10.
Once the sun goes down, your batteries don't last very long.
Oh, thank you very much. Second down, the ball at 47. Forest Park at their own 47. Here's Jubilar. Cooper. He's going to go back to throw to the play action. Throws it outside. It's going to be incomplete. He threw it a little bit too far ahead of his intended receiver out on the right sideline, Cole Moore. It'll be third down.
He steps back there to throw it, and he kind of feels the earth moving under his feet as those linemen are charging in there to put the pressure on him.
Thank you, Carol King. Third down and 10. Oh. Third down and 10. The ball's sitting up at 47. Just off of the left hash mark, about a yard off that left hash mark, going back toward the Forest Park sideline. Third down. Cooper, Jubilar back to throw. Looks, he fires it downfield long, And it may be picked. It's a jump ball, and it is. Intercepted by the Warriors. And down the field about the 49-yard line and picked up by Holtman Dodes. His first make that interception of the game, the third for the Warriors, first for Holtman Dodes. 7:27 left to go. And Ed, North Knox is just sitting on those pass patterns.
Yeah. I mean, this is one where the defensive secondary is just salivating. They see those long passes like that, Tom, and it gives them a chance. And he threw it as hard as he could. He just couldn't get it to the receiver.
49-yard line. That's the Warriors left in their own territory. 1st and 10. Nice return for Holtman Dodes. Warriors tight formation.
I think we'll see the meat grinder on this one.
Yep, trying to run out that clock. Here's the ball in the middle, and that meat grinder runs forward for about 2 yards.
Or one
possibly. That's Cole Richter. So the meat grinder had a little bit of dulled blades that time. 2nd down and 9.
As long as that clock's running, I don't think they're worried too much
about it. That's their enemy right now. They're 4 scores up at 25-0, 6:48 left. Warriors look very good about coming back here and playing either Mater Dei or Linton next week. Mater Dei up last report 14-0. Reese Hamelman, 2nd down and about 9. Reese. Hands off Holtman. Dodes up the middle. He's going to go forward, and he got about 2 or 3, and again, it'll be 3rd down about 5. As you mentioned, Ed, what they're doing right now is they're wanting to run that clock. Now, Forest Park still has all 3 of their timeouts, as does North Knox. 3rd down and 5. Give them a gain of about 3. Ball sitting in Forest Park territory, down about the 47-yard line, and North Knox taking plenty of time, but Forest Park letting them do it. 6 minutes left and counting. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football, 105.7 The Ride, WUZR, Bicknell, Vincennes, WUZR.com. Great to have you with us. Warriors 6 minutes away from advancing to their first ever 2A sectional final next week. Man in motion coming across Sharon. He's going to get the pitch. Sharon drives it out, 45-yard line, turns, goes down at the 45. That may be a late hit. I don't know if he was able to hold his momentum. No flag, so it'll be at the 45. It'll be 4th down and about 3 or 4.
I tell you what, that was a long run for 2 yards.
Tell you what, I thought he was going to go straight ahead, but he got strung out that time, and that was part of it. He just really couldn't get his shoulders turning north and south.
Well, Tom, the blockers didn't take their
They're going to go
defenders for it. Out.
They're going to go for it. 4th down and about 3. They're going to go. So Reese Hamelman going to go for it on 4th down at about 3, maybe 4. Got to get to the 41. Sharon outside again. This time handoff inside. Holtman pushes forward, and he's going to get the 1st down. It looks like at the 40, depending on the spot.
Yeah, I think the spot is there.
So it is a 1st down, the 11th for the Warriors. Their 1st or 2nd, I believe, on 4th down tonight. So at the 40, Warriors continue to move it. 4:43 left to go. And Ed, the Warriors look like they're going to be playing for a sectional championship for the first time in Class 2A.
I think, barring an earthquake, Tom, I think you're right.
They have made it to the sectional final in 1A in 2015 and lost to Linton. They may play Linton this year in 2A, depending on what happens at the Wrights Bowl. Here's Reese. And in motion, Holtman Dodes. Hamelman hands it off up the middle. Richter Cole got it to the 35-30. They'll go down at the 29. Got into their secondary and another 1st down.
Is that Sharon?
I believe it's Cole Richter.
Well, look at the numbers.
It was, so the Warriors get to 1st down, and it looked like it may have been Rhett Sharon, actually. So that is a 12th 1st down for the Warriors. Nice run out of Rhett Sharon. 30-yard line. So the Warriors will have it at the 30. Just continue to let that clock move. They're not really worried about scoring. If they do, it's nice, but they have plenty of points to win. They lead 25-0, 3:43 left to go. Here's Reese Hamelman. Hamelman hands it off up the middle. Sharon. Rhett going to drive forward. He's got the 1st, actually close to the 1st down at the 20. He may have made it to the red zone.
I think he did get another 1st down.
Nice run by Rhett Sharon.
It's close.
And we'll see if they give it to him. Looks like it's going to be just short. 2nd down and 1. So looks like he'll be just short. Ball's at 21. Not quite to the red zone yet, but very, very close. 3:10 left to go. Warriors 3 of 3 in the red zone tonight. Not there yet, but just knocking on the door. 3 minutes left to go. North Knox taking plenty of time in the huddle. Both ends, the 45-second clock is out. Here's Reese. Man in motion, Dodds. Holman going to hand it off. Red Sharon bobbled the ball, but goes forward anyway and got the first down at the 17. So the fourth time in the red zone for the Warriors with 2:40 left to go. At the 16. And Ed, I tell you, Red Sharon bobbled that ball, but got it and had enough composure to hit the hole.
Yeah, that was the same kind of hand. And to an extent, Tom, it almost looked like that was part of that was on the quarterback because Reese Hamilman wasn't putting the ball in there. He just kind of handed it out to him, and that's where the bobble took place.
17-yard line, Warriors 1st and 10 in the red zone for the fourth time. They've scored all three. They've been there before. Here's Reese. Man in motion, Dodds. Holtman gets it outside. 15-yard line, turns it to the 10. He'll go down there. He will be backed up at the 10-yard line. He got about 8 yards. Second down and 2 minutes and counting left to go. Ed, for the first time, I believe, in the history of the time that we've been together, we're going to be doing a crossover game, it looks like. Second down and 3.
Is that something to do with how I dress or what?
I'm not sure. Come to think of it. Second down and 3. We'll be doing a basketball game on Tuesday. We'll find out. By the way, the Washington girls game set for Friday, that will have to be moved. We'll try to tell you when it will be moved when we have a chance to find out. Second down and 3. Reese Hamilman hands it off up the middle. Sharon Rhett going to go down about the 9-yard line. He almost got the first down. We'll find out to give it to him.
No.
1:13 left to go. It's not going to matter. The Warriors are going to win it. Down at the 9-yard line, third down and 1. I don't know. They'll have to snap it maybe 1 or 2 more times, and that'll be about it. Reese Hamilman back in. Third down and about 2. Under a minute left to go. 50 seconds. Third down and about 2. Let's see. They look like they're going to go into the victory formation. Reese Hamilman going to kneel down, and that's going to do it. He will. And with 33 seconds left to go, the North Knox Warriors are going to advance to the sectional final where they'll take on either the Linton Miners or the Mater Dei Wildcats. So the North Knox Warriors walk off with 10 seconds left to go, and they're going to walk off winners and go into the sectional championship next week here at Warrior Stadium. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's it. The game is over. The Warriors win it. Final score, 25-0. North Knox shuts out Forest Park. We'll be back to wrap it up with the Graver postgame show coming up after this 2-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start January 13th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands toward a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
Alliance Tractor Ready to Mow service reduces mower maintenance to its simplest form. There's no more loading your mower, no more hauling it in. Alliance Tractor's professional technicians bring convenient maintenance to your doorstep. Your walk behind or riding lawn equipment will start easier, last longer, and run more safely. All work is done inside the specially equipped truck. Call today to schedule your appointment. Alliance Tractor, 812-882-5750. Alliance Tractor, just south of Vincennes on Highway 41.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, and I wanted to let you in on a little secret. We are starting our Black Friday sales event early this year. Enjoy huge savings on the most popular Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Fiat products. We don't consider this month November. Here at Yoakum's, we are saying yes-Vember. Come see us for all your automotive needs this shopping season, and let us tell you yes for the best deals of the year. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with a yes. Hurry down today at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincent's.
Back once again here, the North Knox Warriors win it on the final of 25-0 over the Forest Park Rangers. This is the Graber Post Game Show presented by Graber Post Buildings. Post up and score with your next building from Graber Post Buildings on the Odin-Cannelberg Road. And Ed Elliott, let's go ahead. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to go ahead and ask you for the individual stats so that way I can get to the Hamelman DeKalb play of the game here in a couple of seconds.
Okay. Well, Tom, I don't have them done yet, but
okay.
we could try. I mean, I can
just do what you can.
Let me tell you this. The circumstances next week, you talked about the girls basketball game.
Uh-huh.
The girls basketball game has been moved to Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Saturday at 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be the girls basketball game will be next Saturday at 6 instead of it was going to be on Friday.
Okay.
But it will be Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. And then, Tom, I can do, I'll do the team totals and I can give you, let me give you the Forest Park stats. I can.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, go ahead and give me what you can and then I'll go back to it.
Yeah, they had, Forest Park, Drew Day, he carried the ball 16 times, 28 total yards, but he had -3 in the second half carrying the ball. Jake Begley, he carried the ball 3 times for a total of 8 yards. He had 7 of those in the second half. And then they had Cole Moore, he carried the ball once for 2 yards, all in the first half. Daniel Eckert carried the ball 1 time in the second half for -7. So Forest Park had -5 yards rushing in the second half, Tom. Northern Knox did an unbelievable job of stopping their run.
Yeah.
Of course, when we look at Cooper Ubelor, he did a job in the second half throwing the ball. He only threw it 4 times in the first half, but he threw it 14 times in the second half. No yardage in the first half, but he did get 41 yards in the second half, but he did have 3 interceptions, and they had a total of -5 yards rushing in the second half, 41 yards passing in the second half for 36 rushing and passing yards. First half, Tom, they only had 26 yards rushing, no yards passing for 26. So for the game, they ended up with 62.
Go ahead. Yeah,
62 total yards.
All right, tell you what let's do. Let's go ahead. We'll give Ed a chance to total up North Knox's yardage, and we'll come back with North Knox's individual statistics and our recap of the touchdowns in this game and our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game, all coming up after this break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Fresh T-bone steak is $3.99 a pound, and Farmington bratwurst or Italian sausage are 2 for $5. 8-pound bags of roasted potatoes are $2.49, and Folgers Classic Roast Coffee is $5.99 for 270 cups.
Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save-A-Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
Home. It's a word we associate with good things, like home for the holidays, a home-cooked meal, or just getting close to home makes you feel better. So when you're thinking of buying a home, why not choose a bank that keeps its investments close to home? A real community bank invests in the people and projects right here so we can grow together. If you're thinking of buying a home, talk to your friends and neighbors at your real community bank. First Vincennes Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Kirk Bushy of the Vincennes Rotary Club. Kiwanis and Rotary are working together again this year to keep the Wreaths Across America program in Vincennes. Our goal is to place a wreath at the graves of all veterans buried in the Vincennes city cemeteries. Wreaths are $15 and can be ordered now for placement on December the 14th. Mail in your order form, or to order online, go to wreathsacrossamerica.org or visit our Facebook page, Wreaths for Knox County.
Shop before you shop to maximize your savings and make every dollar go further. Check out the TOC Big Deals store. You'll find gift cards and gift certificates to area businesses at discounted prices from 20 to 50% off. Save money when you go out to eat, go golfing, buy shoes, shop for jewelry, and more. From goods and services to events and entertainment. Search by city, search by category, or check out our clearance category for even more savings. Open 24/7. Go to TOCBigDeals.com. That's TOCBigDeals.com.
This is Megan Cyber, and I'm the chair of this year's United Way campaign. Exciting things are happening at your United Way, from our Bedtime in a Box program to tackling homelessness within the county. We coordinate the work of many partner agencies and keep all your donation dollars local. We hope that you will consider giving to this year's efforts by visiting our donation button on Facebook at United Way of Knox County or by texting UW-KNOX to 41444.
Your forecast is brought to you by Carla's Catering and Creations, working closely with you to choose the perfect holiday celebration, whether a formal sit-down dinner, buffet, or hors d'oeuvres. Carla can also make a Thanksgiving feast for your family. Contact Carla at 812-247-2176.
Well, back once again here as we continue along with Ed Elliott and with our producer, the X-Man, James X. Cord. I'm Tom Lee, and we're going to get to the stats here in just a second, but first we want to talk with the head coach of the North Knox Warriors, Josh Chambers. And Coach, congratulations. This has kind of been a microcosm of this year. You start slow, but once you get the pattern of the game, you really pick it up.
Well, you got to give Forest Park a lot of credit early. They were mixing a lot of different fronts against us, forcing our kids to adjust our blocking scheme on the fly. That's just good coaching on their part. Yeah. They did a good job. They were ready for our run game, but we really settled in because they were always leaving a wide inside run lane. So we were able just to trap the heck out of them, really. I mean, all of our yards, big yards tonight, were just a 21 trap.
Yeah.
We just right downhill, nice kick out block. And what that allows to do, number 45 is their player when it comes to playing defense. He makes a lot of tackles.
He's a heck of a linebacker.
Yeah. And so by running our inside trap series, we're able to get bodies on him.
Yeah.
And so that really forced other kids to try to tackle us. But here's really what you got to look at for us tonight. Offensively, we got it going eventually. Slow at the start, but we were able to Troy Nolan on a little tight end screen down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what we call a senior taking the team and saying we're winning tonight.
Yeah.
He just turned that on. That was a 4-yard pass. It was a nice play.
Yeah.
And what Troy decided he was going to do, he was going to revert back to all the weight training he's done, and he was going to carry everybody into the end zone and give us a chance to win.
Yeah.
And I told him, we had that play and we called it, and I told Reese, I said, hey, tell Troy to win us the game here. And Troy did exactly that. Mm-hmm. That could have been the only score we had, and that would have won us the football game. So you got to give those efforts. And then defensively, Dylan Wolf knocking down the pass and Troy being there to scoop it up and score. And when Troy's out here in the open field, you're not catching him. So Troy might have had a career night tackling. I mean, so our goal this week was to take their best athlete away from him, number 82. Okay. He's caught a lot of big passes for these guys. He's caught almost a touchdown pass in every game that I've seen. A deep one, a slant. He's just athletic. So we decided that we were just going to let Holtman shut him down. We put Holtman to the task early this week. That kid's a senior, Holtman being a sophomore. We said, okay, here it is, Holtman. This is the guy. It's up to you to take it from him. And all Holtman did all night long was keep that kid from catching the ball. Not only did he do it, he did it clean. I mean, there was, no penalties on him. That was great. So what we were going to force them to do, they got really good running backs, but I think we had them at speed. So we were going to force those guys to try to work the edge on us because we really like the way our linebackers run. So we were able to do that defensively. Great game plan execution. I don't know if they had 100 yards of offense tonight.
No, I don't think they did. Yeah.
So we were able just to really get after them. And then once we got our run game going, we did a really nice job of just keeping pressure on them. And we were able to finally just kind of break it open. You know, I told the guys down there, I said, it's just body blows at halftime. I said, we're delivering body blows right now. Eventually they're going to misstep and we're going to bust a big run. And that's exactly what started happening. We were just gashing them for 8-9 yards at a time. And we would show sweep, we would show power and counter. And then we would come right back to the trap series because they were playing essentially a walked up forefront, which means they were leaving trap lanes open. Got to give our kids a lot of credit for seeing that because they just came over and said, Coach, just keep calling trap. We're going to get yards on that because of what they're giving us, because they really had DNs really trying to compress us down and force us to the middle. So our kids just moved people. They made that happen. We missed a couple pass plays that we felt like we should have hit. I thought Rhett Sharon had a touchdown pass down here. He just kind of chalked up and didn't run through the ball. And, Reese put that thing right where we wanted him to.
Yeah.
And we worked on that this week because we felt like we could beat them in the slot. And I thought that was a nice play call. I thought Reese did a good job on the ball. We had a 2-point conversion that we missed, a fullback coming out of the backfield.
He kind of fell away when he threw it. I mean,
he was just kind of running back.
Yeah.
But at the end of the night, in a football game, you got to play well in every facet. So tonight we played good special teams. We punted very well. I don't know if we've had a better night punting when we had to punt than we had tonight, because Troy's kicks, they sounded like a bomb going off when he kicked them. He was just booming them. And then they're up in the air for a long time. We get on the coverage, and then he pins them down here in the 5 a couple times, inside the 20 almost every time. That's a heck of a weapon. And then coverage teams were good. So we won that battle. We won the offensive battle, and then we completely dominated the trenches on defense.
Well,
so that equals a win.
I had Forest Park with -5 yards rushing in the second half.
And so that right there is a telltale sign to what we do up front. That's just our kids getting after it. Whether we were playing a 4 or 5, linebackers were flowing. I really liked our pass coverage tonight because what they were trying to do is get us into a run front and then throw the ball to where we had to walk a linebacker out and play some man. And all our kids did was execute the game plan.
Well, 3 interceptions says a lot, too.
Yeah. And that's just our kids taking care of business and being athletes. I can't say enough about these kids. They every day come here and they just come to work and take care of business. And I'm proud of them for that, because we've been talking about this moment since the first day of summer. You guys are going to have a chance to compete for your sectional. All you got to do is get the mental stuff down. Physically, we have the physical side of football. We're physical, we tackle well, we run well, we're strong. Okay, so the other part of football here, the most important part is, are you mentally going to bring it on every down, no lapses? And I really like where our guys are at in that aspect. Again, super proud of them. A lot of great efforts tonight from everybody. And I just can't say enough about the kids.
You got a chance to close the deal next week.
That's right, and we are super excited that we are playing right here at North Knox for a sectional championship. It's something those kids should be proud of, and they'll remember for the rest of their lives.
And it looks like the team you're going to play looks like right now Modern Day. They lead 30-7 over Linton in the third quarter in the Wrights Bowl.
Yep. We're super excited for that. And, we look for a great week of preparation, and our kids are going to come here ready to play next Friday. And we're excited for the atmosphere and excited for the chance to win Sectional 40.
Well, once again, Coach, congratulations. It looks like you're looking at the Modern Day Wildcats next week. It looks like your White Whale is going to be coming in here to Warrior Stadium. And I don't know if you've looked at anything about Modern Day at all in abstract or what, but you're taking on a team with as much tradition and as much talent as anybody in 2A right now.
Well, we haven't looked ahead. It's 1 week at a time for us, out of respect for everybody, opponents. They can come in here and play. They still got to play. So I think our kids are up for the challenge. Super excited for our guys. We're going to pull out all the stops next week. We're going to be the downhill football team we've always been. And, we have to defend them, I understand, but they also have to defend us. We're big, we're strong, we get after you. And anytime you do that, it's a puncher's game, just like boxing. If you're going to get off the ball, you're going to have a chance. And, again, I can't tell you how excited we are here for that.
Well, we'll talk about Modern Day coming up Thursday night at the Bicknell McDonald's. Congratulations, first time ever, uncharted waters, first time ever in the sectional final in 2A.
At North Knox, can't wait.
Yep, thank you very much. Head coach Josh Chambers of the North Knox Warriors. And now, Ed, let's go ahead and hear North Knox's stats.
Okay, yeah, we look at Cole Richter. He carried the ball, Tom, 20 times for 108 yards. And he had what would end up being 44 yards in the second half. Holtman Dodds, he carried the ball 12 times for 62 yards, and he had 12 of those in the second half. Rhett Sharon had he carried the ball 5 times, all in the second half for 25 yards, and then Reese Hamelman carried it 6 times for 8 yards. He had 3 yards in the second half. Passing, Tom, Reese Hamelman, he passed the ball 7 times, only completed 1, for 16 yards. And when you look at North Knox, they had a total of 219 yards rushing and passing, Tom, for the ball game. They had 84 yards rushing in the second half, 119 in the first half, and passing only the 16 yards, as I mentioned. But they really have done a job of balance. You look at it, Cole Richter, Rhett Sharon comes in late in the ball game, fresh legs, and just there was nothing the defense could do to stop them.
Well, let's go ahead right now and take a look at the touchdown updates for you. And Holtman Dodds got North Knox off to the start 6-0 on a 2-yard run. We mentioned earlier Troy Nolan took it down to the 2, and then Holtman Dodds finished it off 2:12 at the first period of play. North Knox up 6-0. They scored 1 touchdown in each quarter of this game. Reese Hamelman, a 6-yard run in the second quarter. 1:51 left in the second, 12-0. But then the moment I thought that turned this game around, the first North Knox pick 6 of the season. It was our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. And it's Troy Nolan who took it to the end zone. A 62-yard interception by Troy Nolan. And Ed, I don't know who got it at the line of scrimmage, but the tip led to the score.
It did. They were trying to go over the middle, and North Knox was just right there in his face, and they got that ball up in the air, and Troy Nolan has done everything tonight.
Boy. And by the way, Dylan Wolf was the one who got that tip, and Troy Nolan came back with the pick 6. That was our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. A reminder, let Randy Hamelman give you your best play for your yields. Get more green for your growing season with Hamelman DeKalb. That made it 18-0, and then Cole Richter scored his only touchdown of the game. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter to seal it. A 5-yard touchdown run, the extra point good. They made it 25-0. North Knox wins it. North Knox with 12 first downs to 6 for Forest Park. North Knox 3 of 4 in the red zone. The fourth one, though, the game ran out and they did not have to score, and they didn't. And then Forest Park 0-1. North Knox 1 fumble, 3 interceptions, though, including that pick 6 by Troy Nolan. Penalties, North Knox 7 of them for 75 yards, 2 for Forest Park for 15 yards. Ed?
Well, Tom, North Knox has really overcome some adversity from time to time in ball games. We've seen them kind of get down. They've had a series of penalties that would push them back, and they have every time overcome any of those adversities that have prevented them from being as successful in the past as they wanted to. Now, I think they have more and more confidence as they go along. Forest Park is a pretty good football team.
Yeah.
And I think they showed tonight that they could play with a football team like that. I think Modern Day, certainly they had to feel like that the Linton game was their sectional final. They feel like they're going to come up here, and this is just a consolation game that helped them get ready for the next stage. But I think North Knox will be in a position to surprise a lot of people how well they can play.
We got one more piece of business to go. That is the Illiana Irrigation Something More Award presented by Illiana Irrigation. Get something more in your field every growing season on Illiana Irrigation. Set you up for success. Call 890-6000. And Ed, probably the easiest decision we've had to make all night. What a monster game for Troy Nolan.
Yeah, he played a career game tonight, and not only with the things that you see in the stats, with the interceptions, the pick six, the defensive plays, but there was several times when he made some blocks on offense that sprang his teammates on for big gains. And I think he has just gotten better and better every game, and maybe one of the best defensive players that North Knox has had.
Yep, it definitely ranks up there for sure. That's your Ileana Irrigation Something More award, again, called Ileana Irrigation for help for your irrigation season next year. You can call them at 890-6000. Well, we come back outside on Friday. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I was about ready to get to that too. We come back for the football sectional final Friday night right here at Warrior Stadium. That'll be at 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30 with Modern Day possibly coming up. We'll give you a time when we get it. So we'll be on the air about 15, 20 minutes before that with our pregame show. But before we go outside, we're going to be going inside a week, actually on Tuesday, where the North Knox Lady Warriors will take on North Davies. That'll be a 7:30 start time inside with Ed and I. And then, as we mentioned, that game with Washington that was set for Friday will be moved 24 hours to Saturday with a 7:30 expected varsity start time. So I want to thank Ed Elliott and our great studio producer tonight, the X-Man, James Excorn. Have yourself a great evening. We'll see you coming up. Great weekend. See you on Tuesday night for the North Knox Lady Warriors taking on the North Davies Lady Cougars. And then on Friday, it's a sectional championship game with North Knox and what looks like right now to be the Modern Day Wildcats. Have yourself a great evening. Till next time, coming up, I'm Tom Lee. So long from Warrior Stadium.